Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and these are your full moon and Capricorn messages. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. You're welcome to look at any of them if you're not sure what your placements are. Also, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Keep in mind, my love, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. I know, shocking. And therefore, messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. I know, shocking. And if that were to happen, please don't get upset. Although some of you do, please don't. Just take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. If it's not your message, it just means it's meant for someone else of your sign or your sign's placement. However, if you would like a one-on-one live Zoom face-to-face tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetarot.com, for more information. With all of that said, is there anything else I have to say? Oh yes, we are pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. And I am like mumbling, bumbling my words up all day today. So clearly it's affecting me as a Gemini sun. So just please be patient with me if I say like King of Wands instead of Knight of Wands or something like that. The message itself is, you know, direct from there to you. But if I mumble a word or two here and there, please forgive me. At the end of the day, I'm only human. Now, with all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at your full moon and Capricorn message. You have Falling Angels, Spiritual Narcolepsy. Whoa, card number 19. Someone is asleep at the wheel. Followed by Last Quarter Moon in Pisces, Talk Less, Feel More. And Moonstone, Slow it down. Slow it down. The decisions that you're making, not making, slow everything down. Yeah. There's something here. You got to feel your way through it. You're falling asleep at the wheel. You're not moving towards your divine calling here. This is quite shocking because the Aries collective has been on this move for several months now, really moving towards their calling. But I feel like this is specific for those of you where it's come to an abrupt stop or some confusion here is at play. There's definitely a message here about slow it down. Slow it down. Remember why you're here. What is your mission and purpose? Bottom of the deck, 4 cups. Yeah. Okay. Tell me more about this here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about spiritual narcolepsy? Talk less, feel more, and slow it down. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. That talk less, feel more is Piscean energy. It's giving me the feeling of like 7 of Cups, like emotions and dreams. And I feel like some of you have just stopped moving towards that dream. 10 of Cups, speaking of the dream. Spiritual narcolepsy is clarified by the 10 of Cups. You're falling asleep when it comes to wish fulfillment. Talk less, feel more. Queen of Pentacles. Slow it down. Page of Wands. 10 of Cups, further clarified by the Devil. Whoa. Queen of Pentacles, further clarified by the Knight of Wands. Page of Wands, clarified by the 7 of Wands. Definitely slow it down. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. 8 of Wands. King of Wands. Something definitely shifted here in the Aries collective. I think I saw this. Actually, no, that was the Aquarius reading. Never mind. It was the Aquarius reading where they would have 3 options or choices. I feel like something happened here in the Aries collective. I feel like you were leaving one thing and moving towards another. And now it seems like the universe threw you a curveball. I think it was a test. And instead of you dodging the curveball, it looks like you decided to follow it. So you're off path. So there's something here about the Devil, codependency. For some of you, it has to do with finances. You've decided to go in the opposite direction. So what do I mean by that? Let's say I'm speaking to an Aries where you felt like, I don't know, deep in my calling, I am meant to be an accountant. My spiritual calling is to help people be more financially invested in their future and more successful with their future. And that way they can pay it forward and take care of themselves and their families and their communities better. That's my mission and purpose, to make people more financially sound or to help them make more financially sound decisions so it could benefit, you know, themselves, but the world around them. That's my God-given calling. I feel like something got in the way of that. It was like, no, hello, Aries. How about this? You can be, instead of, don't be an accountant. Who wants to do that? Who wants to help humanity, right? Let's do something else instead. And look, I have nothing against professions or anything, but it's like, hey, let's do this job instead because it's going to pay you 3 times the amount of money. There's something here luring you away from your 10 of Cups. The job you were supposed, that path you were supposed to be on professionally, the path you were supposed to be on in terms of a spiritual counterpart, a divine counterpart, something here tied with finances, Knight of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles, something came in here that sounded a little bit more financially beneficial to you, and your head just spun and it took you off the path. You're now in like no man's land, spiritual narcolepsy, because something came in and tempted you away from the direction you were supposed to be going in. And for some of you, a more financial, like a more financially beneficial offer came in really quick. Knight of Wands. The divine is telling you, slow it down. 7 of Wands to the Page of Wands. I know you're exploring this new opportunity. Slow it down. 7 of Wands. It looks like you're communicating here with someone. You're going back and forth about this alternate path, this third route. And look, at the end of the day, you have the divine gift of free will, right? But if you go down this path is eliminated. You can't come back 6 months or 1 year from now or 2 years from now and get back into that. That's the feeling I'm getting. It's like, if you're going to move forward, that's why it's telling you to slow down, because this opportunity is about to dissolve. I want to get into your deck. Tell me more about the devil here. Tell me more about the devil here. Yeah, you had a mission and purpose to help people with blank. And give me a second, Aries. I got to plug that camera in real quick. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, you had a mission and purpose here, either to help people with something or to, I don't know, move towards a divine counterpart, and something that sounded a little bit more tempting, a little bit more devilish, if you will, kind of took your attention. 6 of Swords took your attention, made you go in the opposite direction or in another direction. Tell me more about this devil here. Tell me more about the devil here. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. The devil is being clarified by the Tower. Boom. This was meant to take you off of your path. The High Priestess and the Page of Cups. Some new offer came in. Some new offer was communicated to you or came in. I feel like it was a third offer, because at least the collective I've been reading for, you've always had two. You had A and B. You were going to leave A and you were going to move towards B. Now suddenly C pops up and you're like, screw A and screw B. C sounds too tempting. So the new offer came in out of the blue. You didn't see it coming. You're having a difficult time tapping into your intuition to try to figure out what to do here. That first route was the route you were supposed to take. I don't mean A. You were supposed to leave A and move towards B. Let's say this. Let's put this in terms of romantic partnership, because I've already given you the job one. I could be speaking to an Aries where, I don't know, you were with one person, you met someone else, you're like, oh my God, that's my divine counterpart. I'm going to leave this person and move towards my divine counterpart. And just as you started doing that, someone else comes along and you turn your head. You're not only giving up A, which you were supposed to give up on, no offense to that, soulmate or karmic, but you're now giving up on the divine counterpart and moving towards something else that looks better, smells better, walks better, jiggle wiggles better, that kind of feeling. I don't know what you're leaving here behind. I know it was the path you were supposed to go on. I don't know what this third party kind of thing, interference is, but it was meant to come in and to sound good enough and be tempting enough to take you off of your divine path. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. This is representative of this new path. This Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Something came in that shifted this. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Whatever this is, they're a good talker. Your card here is talk less, feel more. Your communication card between you and this other individual are 8 of Wands. This person is talking up a good game. Come do this. Come with me. Date me. Accept my job. Ace of Wands, and that is the truth. So you've got interference now. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. This is bad. 9 of Cups. Boy, this new path is really trying to make itself sound like it's exciting. It's everything you ever wanted. It'll be more financially abundant. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. It's not. It's deceptive. It's the devil. You go from the 8 of Pentacles to the 6 of Pentacles. Going to drop that feel good. Oh, looks good. I'm making a lot of money. I really like this. This person is hot. We're getting along. Boom. Boy, does it drop. 8 Pentacles to the 6 of Pentacles to the 7 of Swords. And then you realize, shit, I just got hoodwinked. I just got hoodwinked. You go from 8 of Pentacles to 6 to realizing you were deceived. And you go from 10 of Cups to 3 of Cups. So it's not financially rewarding and it's not as emotionally rewarding either. Aries, what are you doing here? So your advice here is slow it down. Page of Wands, just about to take the leap of faith on this, whatever, third option, third opportunity. Slow it down. Seven of Wands, stop. In the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, the Seven of Wands is someone who's standing on a hill. They have 6 wands, 6 offers, 6 people, 6 opportunities, whatever it is, poking at them. But they're standing their ground, holding the Ace of Wands, trying to get a lay of the land. I always attribute that card to Sagittarius. I don't know if astrologically that's the placement for it, but I always intuitively pick that up because Sagittarius energy is all about, let me see the wider view, right? Let me get up on the hill and see the whole thing. Let me get an eagle's eye perspective. And this is what this is telling you to do. It's like, wait a minute, you're not seeing the whole picture here. So tell me more about the advice here for Aries. Tell me more about the advice here. One more shuffle here, please. And thank you. Your advice, Hangman. Pause. See it from another perspective. 4 Swords, Chariot. Take up to 4 weeks to make this decision. If whatever this is so hella good and so hella ready and so hella great, it'll give you the time you need to decide whether or not you want to move forward with it. It's not going to pressure you into the deal. This is like the used car salesman. No offense to used car salesmen watching, but I'm talking about the old timey ones from the 80s that are like really trying to, like, you cannot leave the lot without a car. That kind of, they're going to sell you a lemon, but they're going to make it sound really good. This thing's good for another, 60,000 miles. And meanwhile, then you drive 2 blocks, the car, it dies on you and you can't even bring it back because it was a freaking lemon. This is telling you to pause before you move forward, before you rush into whatever this other opportunity is. You need to pause, take up to 4 weeks if you have to. If this third whatever offer here can't wait for you, then you know that it was the wrong one for you. Anyone worth their salt, person, situation, job, and you say, I need some time. You don't have to say 4 weeks, but I need some time to think this over, to discuss this with, I don't know, my best friend, my confidant, my spouse. I don't know what this is for you. And they go, no, you got to sign on the dotted line right now, right now. That's this. Think twice here, Aries. I don't know what this is for you, but your full moon in Capricorn message is telling you you are being tempted by something that is meant to take you off of your path. Please pause before you go any further. Slow it down. Talk less with this person. Feel more. Go within. How does this offer make you feel? Figure out what your mission and purpose is. Most of you already know. Believe it or not, if you tap into your intuition, you'll know. And ask yourself, does this new offer align with my purpose here on this planet? What I really feel in my heart, I was put on earth to do. And if it doesn't, say no. And if you don't know, take more time to think about it. That's what I have for you, my love. Deep reading already, right out of the gate. Geez, Aries, that's what I have for you. That is your full moon in Capricorn reading. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. Let's take a look at your full moon in Capricorn message. You have Horseman, Herald of Change, card number 30. First quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. This is like death card energy. So again, transformation, Herald of Change, transformation. Moonlight Serenade, change your tune. This is your advice here in this third column. So let's get into tarot. You have a situation, environment, or connection in your life, Taurus, that has gone as far as it can go. It's a block. And I think you're of the mindset that I can make this work. I can tough it out. I can turn it around. It's a block. It's a block to financial success. It's a block to emotional success. It's time for change. It's time for some Knight of Wands inspired action change. Your advice here is to change your tune about whatever this is and realize it can't work. And I don't know what this is. Could be, and it doesn't mean you can't do it a different way, right? Like, I don't know, this, let's just use the example of like a diet. It's not saying don't diet, right? Don't get fit, don't eat healthy, but maybe the diet you're doing is no longer working. So there's something here that you're doing. It could be a habit, it could be a pattern, some type of routine. Very well could be a situation, environment, or a connection. But it either has plateaued or it has stopped working, or maybe it never worked. And you're of the mindset here, like, well, if I just keep doing it, it'll kickstart again, or it'll work, or it'll all work out. And this is telling you, no, it's not going to work. So maybe you need to change the diet plan, change the routine. You know what I mean? Or end whatever this is for you. Tell me more about this here for Taurus. Herald of Change. Release your blocks and change your tune. Tell me more about this for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Herald of Change, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to become free, independent, and autonomous of something, or do this in a different way. Release your blocks. Knight of Pentacles. Change your tune. Strength. The 9 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, time to go for the new here. Taurus, the new job, the new living situation. If you're single, it might be time for you to get out there and like find someone. Knight of Pentacles, clarified by 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is your block. Strength. 10 of Pentacles. Lord. Taurus. Bottom of the deck. Wheel of Fortune. 8 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for. Situation, environment, connection, pattern, habit. You've been doing this on repeat for up to 3 years. I've got 3 years here. 2 of Pentacles plus the 1. And it's a block. There's no movement. We take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. You're actually further back now than you were when you started whatever this is. This is like going on a diet, and this week you lose 1 pound, and next week you gain 2 pounds, and the week after you lose 1 pound, and the week after you gain 2 pounds. Your goal of losing 20 pounds or whatever it is never going to come to fruition. In fact, you're gaining weight. It's just an example. I just wanted to show you how the imagery here is impacting me and the spirituals I'm getting on it. It's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back is the feeling I'm getting here. And it's a block. It's a block to you getting to the 10 of Pentacles. Whatever that 10 of Pentacles is for you. Whatever goal that is. The weight loss goal, the job of your dreams, the type of relationship you want. You know, I don't know what this is for you. But you keep thinking that if you keep going 1 step forward and 2 steps back, that it'll become the 10. My love, you're now in the negative. You're now in the negative. So this is a block to get you to where you need to be. So you need to change your tune about this materializing into this one day. It's like, it can't happen. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. I want to know about the new, because you have an opportunity here. You don't have to stay at this job. You don't have to stay in this living situation. There's an Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity here for you. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. Options, choices, your dreams, what you've always fantasized about, what you've always wanted. It's literally here for the taking. Tell me more about the new here for Taurus. What is this Ace of Pentacles? What is this Ace of Pentacles here? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Yeah, it's like this is your time, Taurus. Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiterian energy, right? This is your time to put in the work into something new. What is the new opportunity? The Chariot. Hierophant. Here you are. Wow. And the Hermit. You know this. You know this, my love. Bottom of the deck, the Sun card. Most of you are receiving this opportunity. If you haven't received it yet, it's coming in Cancerian season or Leo season. This opportunity is to get you out of this stuck and stagnant thing, whatever this is for you. So if it's a job and you're putting out your resumes and applications to look for another job, this is a new job offer that comes in over the course of the next 2 to 6 weeks. You don't have to take it. You have the divine gift of free will, but it's a job that gets you to the King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. The current job will not. Like, I'm just using work as an example. If you're a Taurus and you are in a relationship and it's not going anywhere and you feel like you're in the negative, you have an opportunity, and I don't know what this opportunity is for you, but it's coming in within the next 2 to 6 weeks to get you out of that relationship. This could be another partner. This could be a job offer that takes you away from this partner here where this relationship isn't going anywhere with them. Or if you're a single Taurus and you're putting yourself out there, this would be a partner that comes in and takes you out of, single life. So I don't know what you're doing here that's not working. You're going round and round in every direction. It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But you're not getting to the goal, and you're not getting to the goal because you're not meant to get to the goal with whatever or whomever this is. You're meant to get to the goal with this. So you have a new opportunity coming in here, Taurus. And the whole purpose of this like divine intervention here is it's almost like God's like crossing, their fingers and toes up there that you take this. So it pulls you out of this. I want to know what you've been going back and forth on here. There's no growth to whatever this is. What is this? 2 of Cups. It's a partnership. Business partnership, platonic partnership, romantic partnership. You make 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's a block. It's a block to your happiness. It's probably even a block to financial abundance. because this is probably stopping you from work or being your best at work as well. Tell me more about this partnership here. One more shuffle here, please, Ian. Thank you. 9 of Wands. You do this over and over and over again with this person. It's like one false start after another. It's the boss where you go in and you put in your all and they promise you a raise and they give you nothing. And you keep giving your all. And then they promise you another raise and they give you nothing, but you keep giving your all. 9 of Wands, you're wounded, you're battered. 7 of Cups, you're confused. It leaves you confused. Temperance, I love that Archangel Michael here. This is divine intervention, my love, to get you in this Page of Wands, this new direction. This partnership, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic, it's left you battered, it's left you wounded, it's left you confused, it's lowered your self-worth. You are receiving this beautiful offer, like I said, to get you out of this. Now, you don't have to take it. You don't have to connect with this new person. You don't have to take this job offer. You don't have to take this new, you know, this could be like, I don't know, maybe you're at like a really, really bad job. And this is a job offer that not only takes you away from that job, but maybe it involves relocation. And even though you never wanted to relocate, it's like, this is the best thing to get you out of that. So I don't know what the Ace of Pentacles is for you, but you've got the Chariot, the Hierophant, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune. Now you've got Archangel Michael here bringing you in this Ace of Pentacles, which they believe is your wish fulfillment. And it's all under the guise of trying to get you to that 10 of Pentacles, which you believe you deserve and they believe you deserve. And they know this situation, environment, or connection can't give it to you. I want to know more about the advice here. Your advice here is to change your tune and to have strength and remind yourself that where you're at is not where you're supposed to be. You're meant for more, Taurus. You deserve more. 9 of Swords. You're meant for more. This is even affecting your sleep, whether you realize it or not, in that 9 of Swords energy. So tell me more about your advice for Taurus here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, my love, the Fool. Go for the new. Have the new beginning. Page of Wands. Get out there. Explore. Find a new job. Find a new living situation. Empress. Step into your power, Taurus. Bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. Take the inspired action, the herald of change, to move your life in a better direction. There's more out there waiting for you. All you have to do is take the leap of faith to discover it. For some of you, you are in a relationship, like a romantic relationship. You keep trying to heal it. You keep trying to hold on to it. That's the truth. Ace of Swords, this person does not give you what you want. 6 of Pentacles. They breadcrumb you emotionally, financially, maybe even physically, sexually. Giving you very little, just enough to keep you in that romantic relationship. Notice we have no cups. If this is a love relationship, Taurus, there are no cups here. The only cups here is the 7 of Cups, where this person leaves you confused. You don't actually even know how they feel about you. So something here is coming in to help you get away, 6 of Swords, get away from this 5 of Cups. Very, very disappointing partnership. That's what I have for you, Taurus. If you're going through a rough time, hang in there. Keep moving forward, my love. It looks like brighter days are on their way. There's a new opportunity coming in. I kind of feel it's very apocalyptic, like the 4 horsemen. It's like they're coming in to save you, Taurus. Again, you don't have to take the opportunity if you don't want to. But if you do, I feel like this is your ticket out of Dodge and towards something much, much better for you. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. That is your full moon and Capricorn reading. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini. Let's see what our full moon and Capricorn message is. We have a tidy house, clarity, and organization. Card number 1. That is so funny because that's what I started doing about a week ago. In the house with him, you know, not here, as many of you know, he's recovering. And I just thought, oh, the second floor is going to look totally different by the time he returns. Like, I'm moving stuff around and freshening up the space. That's neat. But this is your reading, not mine. So let's keep going. A tidy house, clarity and organization, new moon in Cancer, relax. That's interesting. We just had a new moon in Cancer on June 25th. So maybe something happened right around then for you that maybe like forced you to relax, or something happened and this full moon in Capricorn is telling you it's time to relax. You went through something heavy back then and you're not really putting a lot of time into your healing. And then you have Moon Goddess, higher power. This is your advice. So let's see where we're going with this message. A tidy house. That's so funny. Tell me more about a tidy house, clarity, and organization. New moon in Cancer, relax. And moon goddess, the higher power for Gemini. Sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. Bottom of the deck, the Fool. New beginning here for the Geminian collective. Love it. Tell me more about this for Gemini. Let's get one more shuffle here, please, and thank you. A tidy house, clarity and organization. Boom, the Tower. New moon in Cancer, relax. The Star. Whew. I love seeing healing. And I did say something probably happened to most of you right around June 25th. I don't think you've made enough time for healing. Something shocking came in. Maybe it disrupted your house. Maybe it disrupted the way you live. Maybe it disrupted the foundation to your life. Okay? Now we've got healing. I love that. And then the higher power card, we've got the King of Wands. Tower is further clarified by 10 of Wands. So something burdensome transpired to you on or around or within that energy of that new moon in Cancer on June 25th. Relax, and the Star is clarified by the Page of Cups. And the King of Wands to higher power is clarified by the Page of Wands. A lot of page energy here. Bottom of the deck, we've got a King of Pentacles, a Nine of Pentacles, and a Knight of Pentacles. Lots of pentacles here. All right, Gemini. Tidy house, clarity and organization. You were doing something, and it could have been a lot of things for some of you. So this 10 of Wands could be a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities, doing things the wrong way, taking on more than you should, right? Biting off more than you can chew, whatever you want to use there as the metaphor. And the universe was like, enough. Tower moment had to come in, had to knock down the tower. You were giving too much to a particular situation, environment, or connection. That could even be plural. Situations, environments, and connections. You were giving too much. The universe had to come in and do something to help you slow it down, to help you take inventory, to help you tidy your house. Now, it could be your literal physical house, or it could be your internal house. Something here needed to be reorganized within the Gemini collective. It was becoming too heavy, too burdensome, too toxic. And the divine was like, time out, relax, Star, Page of Wands. We got to start from scratch here. Pages are from scratch. And that's why I said, God, there's a lot of pages on the table, right? 2 out of the 4 in a very simple spread. So something came in, and this could be anything. This could have been physical. This could have been emotional. This could have been financial. This could have been health related. But you were on the fast track to hitting a wall. It's like you were doing 180 miles per hour, and you just thought you were cruising. And meanwhile, you were going head first into a brick wall. You didn't even see it. So the divine had to put a stop to that. Notice in the tidy house, it kind of looks like a tower here, actually, in the forefront of the card. So the universe had to come in and rock your foundation here, Gemini. It was the only way to get you to stop, relax, focus on your healing, start from scratch, begin to take inventory. What do you want in your life? What do you not want in your life? Page of Swords again, Ace of Pentacles. Now have 3. Yeah, you got to start from scratch when it comes to love. Look at that, Page of Cups. When it comes to maybe how you communicate, Page of Swords. Page of Wands, the way you take your inspired action, your money, Pentacles. I mean, yeah, this is a full stop here. So something happened, probably around that new moon in Cancer, that kind of brought life to a screeching halt. But it was meant to happen so you can now take inventory. Ace of Swords. Whenever I see something in a reading and I see an ace, there's only 4 in a 78 card deck. For me, it's like the divine doubling down and being like, good girl, Jen. You got the message out. Like, it's the truth. So something came in to halt your progress forward. You went from King of Wands to Page of Wands. Everything got dialed back here. So tell me about the 10 of Wands to the Tower here. You were carrying something. Now we've got to start from scratch. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. What were you carrying? Knight of Wands, Queen of Swords, Emperor. Wow. I feel like, bottom of the deck, 7 of Swords, 4 Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Take it how it resonates to you. You were doing something on repeat. 9 of Wands is a card of repetition. 4 of Pentacles is a card of you were holding on. So you were doing something on repeat and holding on to something that was actually sabotaging your progress. Could be situations, environment, environments, connections, habits, patterns, you name it. It's different for all of you. It's a collective general reading. But you were doing something on repeat. You were holding firm. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep doing this, even though it's sabotaging the way I communicate, or it's sabotaging my, romantic relationship, or it's sabotaging my progress forward, or it's sabotaging my money. I'm just going to keep doing it. Just a record on repeat. And the divine basically came in, took the record off of the player, smashed it on its knee, and said, "That's enough of that, Gemini. That's enough. Go to your room. Go to your room. Relax. Get some rest. Enough." It's like literally the universe had to come in and say, "Enough of that." It had to come in like your parent. You were being a bit too reckless in that Knight of Wands energy. It's like mom and dad had to step in and say, "Enough of that already." So I know I'm making light of it, and towers are never something to make light of. And I don't mean to, take whatever it is that you've experienced and make it small, but I'm trying to, one, inject some humor, because when I do readings for all 12 signs, it's pretty heavy energy in here. And it affects me, like it weighs me down. So I do try to bring a little humor in it. But two, I'm trying to get you to understand whatever this was that you went through, a financial crisis, a health crisis, an emotional crisis, it was meant to come in. You had to start from ground zero. That doesn't mean everything in your life gets wiped out, but you needed some time for respite and relaxation so you can clear your mind, so you can do some inventory of what is really meant to stay in your life. Page of Cups to the Star card to relax. So this is starting from ground up when it comes to matters of the heart. Again, situations, environments, connections, your career path, your pets, people in your life. Ground up, what really matters to me? 10 of Cups. What really matters to me? What makes me emotionally fulfilled and what does not? So it's a huge going through the inventory of your life. And this was meant to make you pause and say, and I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm not saying the divine, got you fired from your job so you quit smoking. But that may have happened. So now you would have to be forced. You would be forced now to review your financial spending habits. So you can cut away maybe things like smoking that now you can no longer afford. You know what I mean? There was something you were doing on repeat and something had to come in and knock that out of your hand. Like enough. Kind of like taking that record off of the player and breaking it over its knee and saying, "No, Gemini, get back to your room." So you were doing something and that had to come to an end. So you can focus now on what really makes you happy. Saw that 10 of Cups there. Saw the Chariot. So this was meant to put you in alignment with a path that would be victorious for you, because the one you were on was not victorious. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle here, please, Ian. Thank you. We've got Temperance. You had Archangel Michael step in and be like, it's almost like I have to protect Gemini from Gemini. Archangel Michael, Knight of Cups, the Moon. Bottom of the deck, we've got Page of Pentacles. I'm sorry. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles. This was meant, please don't take offense to this. Again, patterns, habits, situation, environments, or connections. I feel like you were a bit reckless when it came to your heart space, Gemini. I think you were investing your heart in situations, environments, or connections that were not beneficial to you. It's kind of like Archangel Michael here had to step in and create this tower to remove that person or those people from your life so you can see more clearly. Because I feel like in that Moon card, you weren't even aware at the time that you were giving, and getting like nothing in return. So maybe for some of you, this was a pretty big breakup or a big separation in your connection. And it doesn't have to be with your romantic partner. It could be with your mom, your dad, you know what I mean? Your boss, your neighbor, a colleague. Something broke here in a partnership. Either there's like this permanent disconnection or this temporary disconnection, but it was just meant to make you see that you were investing in something, someone that was not giving back to you equally. Six of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Eight of Wands. You couldn't see it. Two of Cups. Yeah, it's a partnership. You just weren't seeing it. And look, if it's not a partnership because it's a collective reading, again, it just could be a habit or pattern you were exhibiting. But you weren't seeing it. Now you can see it. Now it's like the veil has been thinned or removed. And now you're like, oh my God, I gave way too much to that friend, that family member, that lover. It doesn't mean that that person can't return to your life or can't still be in it. Or that someone new can't come along to like kind of take their place. But we can't repeat that pattern again, because it was self-sabotaging to us. And I say us because I'm a Sun card carrying Gemini. So now we get a chance to do it again. We go from Knight of Wands back down to Page of Wands. Now we get to start from scratch. Now we get to discover what types of partnerships, connections, soul bonds we want to connect with. And how much do we want to invest or give to them? Tell me more about this here. This is your advice. This is, again, higher power had to step in and say, enough of that. So now you get to start anew. Tell me more about this. For Gemini, I'm going to take a look at that. 8 of Swords. Time to start anew here. Tell me more about this Page of Wands. We have the 4 of Swords. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. 4 of Swords. You had to heal this repetitive pattern within yourself. 10 of Pentacles. I like this. The Magician. Bottom of deck, Ace of Swords. Okay, so in terms of advice, this was a wound within you of overgiving, overgiving, overgiving that you had to heal. It was a block and an obstacle to the 10 of Pentacles, whether that's your financial stability, but it also could be emotional stability. I feel like in this case, it's more like emotional stability. I feel like you connected to a person or people that literally drained you or were in the process of draining you, like emotionally, maybe for some of you financially too. You now have the opportunity, because now there's been some distance made thanks to the universe, between you and this person. Now you get to see that person more, or you get to see that connection more. If you choose to stay in it, you can show up differently. If you choose to not stay in it, then the next connection or connections that come in, you can choose to show up differently. So the advice here isn't to get rid of this person from your life or keep them in your life. It's just saying, moving forward, because this pattern is now healed, because now Archangel Michael stepped in and made you see something that before you could not see. If whatever connections moving forward that you're going to manifest or create or put any investment, pentacle energy into, time, love, money, commitment, etc., there's a need for you to do so differently, not so recklessly anymore. Can't go full throttle. King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Does this connection threaten my emotional stability? Does it threaten my financial stability? If it does, it's out. King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. It's time that the Gemini collective start thinking about the future when it comes to matters of the heart. If connections no longer contribute to your, I don't want to say your financial abundance, but if they no longer contribute to your emotional abundance, they're out. And if they negatively impact your financial abundance, they're out. Because no one should be in your life to your detriment of any kind. That's what I have for you, Gemini. That is your full moon and Capricorn reading. Went a little deep there, but that's what I have for you, my love. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. If you're celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Let's take a look at your full moon and Capricorn message. You have the Wall, Obstacles, card number 56, followed by full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. Cool your jets, babe. Cool your jets. And your advice card, Yang Moon, Strength. There's an obstacle. You're hitting a wall when it comes to getting to this new portal, this new pathway, this new life, this new dream, this new goal. Some of you could be getting very antsy, very almost angry that it's not happening fast enough, or I'm manifesting for this outcome and it's not coming in, or I'm trying to get a job and it's not coming in. There's something about cool your emotions. I feel like the obstacle is a test. I know we hate hearing that, but it is. You're on the precipice of a new beginning. Don't freak out. That's what I literally just heard. Don't freak out. So tell me more about this here for Cancer. The Wall, Obstacles, full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. The Yang card, Strength. You can do this. You can persevere through this troubling time. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Whatever this is, it was created to make you stronger. I know people hate hearing tarot readers say that, but it's literally what I just heard. 10 of Wands, the obstacle, the heaviness, the burden, whether it's been financial, it's been emotional. It was meant to show you that you do have grit within you. You do have determination within you. You can make it through this. Cool your emotions. 2 of Wands, relax. Options and choices are coming in. You are not stuck. I knew that this was temporary. I felt it. You've got options coming in. Strength, the Tower. You are so much stronger than you realize. 10 of Wands, clarified by Knight of Cups. The obstacle is about to be cleared. 2 of Wands, the Fool. Look, I'm not always good. Look, I just pull the cards. They put them in the order they're supposed to come out in. 2 of Wands, the Fool, the Tower, Strength. Maron. The Strength card, clarified by the Tower and Strength. And I was just telling you, you do have the grit. Do not give up now. I literally heard, do not give up now. This was meant to make you stronger. Let's be honest. Let's not get offended. You are a water sign. Water signs tend to be a bit watery, a bit emotional. So this was meant to toughen you up a bit. Just like the Gemini, collective, and I'm a sun card carrying Gemini, we tend to be very dualistic in nature. So today we're all for this and tomorrow we're not. And the next day we're all for this and we're not. And sometimes the universe comes in, has to smack us over the head with a tower and be like, make up your mind. So things that happen to us are meant to make us change for the better. And this, whatever this burden has been, this obstacle, this wall that you have like almost crashed into, was meant to make you stronger. Cool your emotions. Everything's going to be fine. New opportunity is coming in. Okay. Can't make it up. They just put the cards in order. I just read what I'm told. Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity. Queen of Wands, it's going to make you stronger. You're going to have a little bit more fire in your belly after this situation or ordeal comes to a conclusion. Eight of Swords, get out of your head. Get out of your head. Seven of Swords, the Hangman, and the Chariot. Don't sabotage your progress here, because you're so much stronger than you think you are. Try to see this from another perspective. Yeah, did life knock you down? It did. Did it kick some of you in the teeth? It did. It did. I'm not going to lie. I've been reading your readings collectively and privately. But it was not meant to make you crumble. It was meant to make you crawl out from beneath the rubble and become stronger. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups to the Ten of Wands. It's almost like I was going along my merry way. I thought I was doing life right, chess game. I thought I was playing it right. I thought I was doing everything right. And then boom, I hit this wall. Even in the Ten of Wands, it's like I'm just whistling along and then boom, a wall came. Tell me more about this here for Cancer. Bottom of that King of Pentacles. So for some of you, it's in regards to career and finance. Could also be a masculine figure in your life, whether that's a friend, family member, lover, boss. It's just boom, something came. If it didn't come to an abrupt end, it just came to an abrupt stop, like even if it's not a full end. Tell me more about this here for Cancer. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Seven of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. So whatever this was for you, situation, environment, connection, you thought it was going to go the distance. I hate to be the reader to tell you this. It was a fantasy. Seven of Cups, Neptune and Pisces. It is not the job that was supposed to go the distance. It's not even the soulmate that was supposed to go the distance with you. I hate to be the reader to tell you that. I'm only showing you the cards. It was a Seven of Cups. Your Ten of Pentacles, what you thought could go to distance or make you a lot of money, was a dream, but it wasn't even rooted in reality. So the divine kind of had to step in and create an obstacle, create some kind of ending here for you in the Ten of Swords. That's why this has been so hard for you, because you were wishing upon a star that this would work out, or this would be the job or the career path. I get it now. Now I understand better why this has been so difficult for you, because it's like, well, I thought I was on the right path. I thought I was doing the right thing. Knight of Cups. I was showing up in the relationship the right way. I was even showing up at work the right way. I was showing up in the friendship the right way. So now I understand you were wholeheartedly invested in this. The divine had to come in and say, no, you were meant for more. Kind of like Taurus, like a high Taurus placements. You may want to take a look at their reading. Same thing kind of happened to them. Okay, so now you've got options and choices. Cool your emotions. Don't get upset. You've got a new beginning here. It's almost like you were forced into it. I know. You probably didn't want to be, but the universe had to do it, and you're probably angry about it. But I think when you end up where you're supposed to be, you're going to be really grateful for that. Okay, tell me about the new beginning here. Tell me about the new beginning. Full card to the Two of Wands. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. In this full moon in Capricorn, I would let go of the resentment, hate, anger, all that you're holding in because of this ending or this obstacle or this wall. You need to free up some energy, honey, because you got something great coming in. Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, long term, Ace of Swords, that's the truth. This is a job that makes you money for the long term. This is a job that's in your life for a long time. This is a partner that is passionate but invests in you and doesn't leave your side. And that's the truth. Whatever this was, it was not this. It gave the illusion, Seven of Cups, gave the illusion of being this, but it was not this. It was Seven of Cups, not Seven of Pentacles. Strength. Strength to the Tower card. Do not give up. Nine of Wands. Oh my God, do not give up. The wounded warrior does not give up. I might be down. I might be, not feeling well today. I might be sad because it didn't work out. But damn it, I'm going to get back up on that field tomorrow. Get back up on the field of life tomorrow. Okay, Nine of Wands. Ace of Cups. New opportunity coming in. New love, new job. Oh my God. Nine of Swords. Stop worrying about it. I think you're freaked out that this ended. I don't blame you. I've been there. The job, the relationship, the housing situation, the marriage. I've seen it all. I've seen it all, much like you. The new is coming in. Four of Wands, Eight of Cups, Justice. I would give it to God. The anger, that cool your emotions. This full moon in Capricorn is the perfect time for you to go outside or look out a window and look up to the full moon and just say, take it. Take the sadness, take the grief, take the resentment, just take it. Send it into that black hole up there in the universe. I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm ready for the new. Bring in the new. Because you've got 3 of the 4 aces here on the table. You've got love, money, truth. I mean, I don't know what more do you need. The Empress. You're going to now shift into a phase of your life where you will be able to manifest and create whatever you want. You're so much Hermit energy. You're so much wiser and smarter now. You might not be able to see it right now because you're still going through, still going through this. There's still cleanup in aisle 5, so to speak, to do here. But when you get to the other side, you're going to be so grateful that this crashed and burned. I know it's hard to see it now, but have the faith. Don't give up. Full moon in Capricorn. Release these worries, doubts, fears, insecurities, resentment. Whatever this is that's weighing you emotionally down or mentally down in that 9 of Swords, let it go and allow for the new to come in. Consequently, we have a new moon in Leo on 7/24. Call in the new. I need courage. I need strength. I need money. I need a job. I need a solid partner. I need a better living situation. Call in the new. Release the old and the doubts, fears, and anxieties that come with it and call in the new, my love. You are in your season. This is like prime time to do this, okay? That's what I have for you. That is your full moon and Capricorn message. I'm sorry for what you've gone through, and in no way do I mean to like trivialize it or make you think like, oh, it's no big deal. I get it. I've been there. It's a big freaking deal. I'm not going to downplay this for you, but what you have coming, 3 of the 4 aces, for God's sakes, let's just see what the universe has. Let's be open to it. Let's be energetically open to it. So the obstacle has been removed. So now the new can come in. All you need is a little bit more grit, a little bit more strength, and a little bit more determination. You're going to ride through this storm, no problem. You're going to come out of the other side better than how you entered this. That's what I have for you, my love. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Cancer, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's take a look at your full moon and Capricorn message. You have Crown Games, right use of power, card number 8. You have new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. And your advice card here is moon in detriment, cut your losses. Wow. Okay. Let's get into this message here for you. There's a need here. I feel like this is a message for those of you where you need to walk away from situation, environment, connection, a pattern, maybe even a habit. Could also be a mindset. New moon in Scorpio, that's kind of like that scorpionic energy of the death card. Like there's a need here to transform yourself, transform the way you show up. Step into your power, defend yourself. When things are a detriment to you, right? Cut your losses. Stop overpouring yourself into others or other situations that don't get back to you or that leave you depleted. Okay, tell me more about this here for Leo. What is their full moon in Capricorn message for Leo, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Crown Games, 7 of Wands. Well, that would be being defensive, right? Standing your ground. Go deeper, 8 of Wands, and cut your losses. Queen of Pentacles, nurture yourself. Okay, 7 of Wands, further clarified by 2 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands, clarified by Page of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, my love, strength. There you are. 4 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. I love this for you. So the right use of power. This is like standing your ground. I don't want to say demanding. More like the feeling I'm getting here is like commanding, right? The respect you deserve. The reciprocal love you deserve. Not doing it in a low vibrational emperor or empress way, but doing it in a very 2 of Pentacles balanced way. Standing your ground, having boundaries, and calling people out, rightfully so, when they disrespect those boundaries, when they cross those boundaries. New moon in Scorpio, we have go deeper. So I like this. The Page of Pentacles to the 8 of Wands. I feel like you're learning how to communicate, or at least that's your message here in the full moon in Capricorn, is learning how to better communicate those boundaries. It's one thing to establish boundaries energetically with someone or like within our minds, but it's a different way. It's different when we learn how to communicate that boundary, to let that person know what it is that we will and will not tolerate. and almost like even what the consequences would be should they cross those boundaries. And cut your losses. Your advice here is the 10 of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. I love this. These situations, these environments, these connections, maybe even patterns or habits within you, if they don't help you achieve your highest potential, if they don't nurture you, I think the lesson here of the past was cut your losses, right? You can't continue to pour into people. You certainly can't pour from an empty cup. So it's almost like learning how to stand your ground and create healthy boundaries. But I kind of feel like from the beginning, so that way, when this person, you know, your future person, friend, family member, lover, coworker, or even neighbors, right, in the future, when you have these new relationships established, and you will for the rest of your life, there's something here about learning how to create a healthy, balanced boundary from the beginning and not being afraid to communicate that to someone. For example, I used to not have a boundary. And I don't want to make it about me. It's your reading. I don't even have any like big Leo placements in my chart, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of what I mean by it. So for years, I was heavily involved in my town. I ran a local historical museum and I poured a lot of time, volunteer hours and time and love and money into that. And so it made me very much a political figure. And then I literally ran for politics. So that opens me up more. And suddenly it gave people the belief that they could just ring my doorbell at all hours of the day and night. It's like suddenly, because I became more public in a tiny, in a very tiny little rural town here in northwestern New Jersey in the United States of America, suddenly people thought it was okay to ring my doorbell and talk to the museum lady, or ring my doorbell literally at 1 o'clock at night to speak to the woman who was running for local office. And it was like, no. And I couldn't just, because I tried for a while because I didn't want to be combative. It's not my nature generally. So I was like, well, I'm not going to say anything. I just won't answer the phone at 2 in the morning, or I won't open the door, right? I won't acknowledge them when they're ringing the bell at 1 in the morning. But finally, I literally had to say something. And so now moving forward, any new connections that I make with friends, I set the boundary from the beginning. So the first time that they call me and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I do answer the phone. I'm not rude. And I'll be like, hello, blank, are you okay? And they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I just couldn't sleep and I wanted to like shoot the breeze. You can call me at 1 in the morning if there's an emergency, because I love you and you're my friend and I care about your well-being and I'll be there for you. But if you just want to kind of like shoot the shit at 1 in the morning, I have work the next day. You don't, but I do. So moving forward, I can't have you calling me at 1 in the morning. I mean, I said it as nice as I could. And I had that several times with like different people. And then finally they got it. So there's something here like that for you, like from the get-go now, moving forward, when you have these new interactions, to already have these preconceived ideas of what boundaries you want in place for people. Now, my person is different. You know, if he wants to call me at 1 and 2 in the morning because he can't sleep, very different. Obviously, I have a different boundary with him. But these people that are just kind of like acquaintances, or I really don't know, and they're just bored at 3 in the morning, they want to drunk dial and call and like shoot the shit. I don't have time for that. I'm sleeping. If you're in trouble, you're at a hospital, you're in jail, I'm your girl. I'm your girl. You want to shoot the shit because you're drunk and lonely? I'm not your girl. I'm not your friend when it comes to that. I have responsibilities the next day. So there's something like creating boundaries already ahead of time now, moving forward, for my platonic connections, for my professional connections, for my my romantic connection. And then when an individual, because it's not like I'm going to meet someone and be like, hey, we're friends. By the way, here's a list. And this is what I will not tolerate. No, but it's as they cross the boundary to politely say to them, you know, the other night when you called me at 2 in the morning and it wasn't an emergency. Yeah, I know that you don't have work the next day, but I do. I don't want to be mean about it. But unless it's an emergency, I really can't have my phone ringing, at all hours of the night. Very nicely, it said. Now, if they repeat repetitively after that cross my boundaries, I cut my losses. That's someone that has no interest in being my friend, because if the roles were reversed and they said that to me, I would be very apologetic and never do that again unless it was an emergency. So there's something like that here for you now, moving forward, creating these boundaries in your mind. When you meet someone, don't let them get away with it, because people will test your boundaries. So once you say it and they're like, okay, and then they do it again and they do it again at that point, and it's just advice here, cut your losses. They're not nourishing you. They're not adding to the abundance of your life. They're literally subtracting it. They're detracting. Then you're too tired and groggy to go to work the next day, or you're in a bad mood because all they want to do is argue and fight. Like, at that point, you got to cut your losses, okay? I'm being told to shuffle again. So I want to clarify this 2 of Pentacles to the Seven of Wands. That is the right use of power. It's not demanding respect, it's commanding respect. Creating healthy boundaries ahead of time in a very balanced way. Not low vibrational Emperor, Empress energy. High vibrational. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Five of Wands, because this will avoid conflict, disagreements, the devil, toxic patterns. Five of Wands to the devil. This is what you need to do. Nine of Cups. You need to cherish your happiness and you need to protect it. You need to become Mama Bear, Papa Bear when it comes to your Nine of Cups, your emotional fulfillment, your emotional contentment, and create some healthy boundaries so individuals can't create toxic patterns to cross them and to take advantage of you. It's like the moment they do it, you're like, nope, stop. So Page of Pentacles to the Eight of Wands, learning how to communicate that. And I feel like that's the process some of you are going through now, because Leo is, I know you're a fire sign, but you're not a very aggressive energy. None of the Leos I've ever known have been aggressive. Maybe one low vibrational Leo I worked with. I think he was a Leo. Maybe he was a Virgo. I don't remember now. But a higher vibration Leo is actually very giving and very loving. And sometimes you don't like to tell people no. You know, no, I can't, you know, let's say you're a business owner. I know a Leo who's a business owner, and someone will try to lowball him so low. He does handcrafted work. It's time, it's skill. You know, there are decades of, you know, experience that he brings to the table. And so I've seen people try to lowball him, and I'm like, dude, say something. Like, there's been times I speak up for him, like, no, I'm sorry, that's his price. He can give you a discount, but he's not going to do it for free. And they're like, oh, well, I know that the materials only cost blah, blah, blah. Then you can go to Home Depot and buy the materials and do it yourself. So he's been learning over the last couple of years how to voice those boundaries to people when they cross him. And I feel like some of you are in that learning process. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles to the Eight of Wands here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yep, Knight of Cups. You can do it in a loving way, right? Doesn't have to be argumentative at all. Five of Cups. And the Empress, I love this, higher vibrational. So learning how to communicate when someone crosses a boundary, although Five of Cups, you're feeling disappointed, not running and hiding and allowing them to do it to you again, not coming at it from an aggressive point of view, which, like I said, I typically don't know many Leos who are aggressive, but not coming from a place of pain, but coming from a place of love. Knight of Cups to the Empress. I like this. And with that Six of Pentacles card, it's like, look, we need to be reciprocal here. I wouldn't call you at 2 in the morning on a work night, you know, and disrupt your sleep if it, you know, if it's not an emergency, and I'm just asking for the same thing in return. So doing it with love, despite, you know, feeling that, oh, I can't believe this person crossed my boundary. The first time they do it, maybe even the second time, it's like, give them a pass. They didn't know or they didn't remember. Once you get to the third time, cut your losses. This is someone who you cannot have a healthy relationship with. They're just not, you know, they're not respecting you. I remember one woman, she just kept ringing the doorbell. And I told her like 4 or 5 times, you can't do this. She's like, well, I got a leak in my apartment. I'm not your landlord. I'm not your property owner. I'm running for office. She asked me, well, what are you going to do about it? What am I supposed to do about it? There are different departments and agencies in the town, in the county, in the state that you can call if your landlord is, you know, absent, you know, and you have an absentee landlord and they're not taking care of your ceiling. And she's like, well, I expect you to come over and fix it. I'm not a contractor. I'm not a contractor. You think because I'm ready for office, I could come over and fix your roof leak, your ceiling leak? Like, it just was, that's someone who, like, you got to cut your losses. You can't keep someone like that in your life. They're not respecting you. They're expecting you to do more than what you can possibly do. They're just looking to take advantage of you. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. It's a choice you have. You can keep that person in your life and allow them to continue to cross your boundaries, or you can tell them what those boundaries are in a loving way. And when you need to cut them off, you cut them off. If they're a detriment to you and your success and your happiness, cut them off. You'll be better off for it, trust me. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. We have the Ten of Wands. You do not need that burden. Look at that, 10 of Cups and the Hangman. That's exactly it. When the person or these people or whatever in the future go to cross your boundaries, that's a decision here that you have to make. Remember, we saw the Lovers card. Is this connection a burden to me? Or does it add to my 9 of Cups? Remember, you're fiercely protecting your 9 of Cups. So the other entity needs to be that 10th cup for you. Are they a burden or are they that 10th cup? Do they add to my happiness or do they detract from it? And that's that pause moment. I really need to see this person and their actions from a different perspective. Not from a place of, this is my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my mother, my father, my boss. You need to see from another perspective. They are a person like you are. Would you treat them this way? So that's why you got to look at it from a different perspective. And yeah, there definitely is a, are you adding to my 10 wands, or are you adding to my 10 of cups? I love this message for you. Bottom of the deck, 2 of wands, the lovers, and the Knight of Pentacles. I think you're going to learn this slowly but surely as time moves on. You're going to stumble a few times. I did. I get it. You're not an aggressive sign. Even though I'm a Gemini, I still have a Scorpio moon. So I tend to be very watery and mushy when it comes to people. I don't like being like mean or seen as mean. So I kind of understand what some of you have gone through. But yeah, when you have this in the future and you're at a crossroads, I don't know what to do, that's when you need to pause. Lovers to Knight of Pentacles. Slow it down. Hangman, slow it down and contemplate to yourself, does this person add to my 10 of wands or my 10 of cups? If they're adding to the 10 of wands, they got to go. If they're repeatedly adding more and more wands to you, then the relationship is too burdensome and you don't deserve that. You deserve better than that. So that's what I have for you, Leo. That is your full moon in Capricorn message. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. Let's take a look at your full moon in Capricorn message. You have Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call, card number 13. New moon in Virgo. Oh my God, your moon. Trust all will be well. And your advice card here is the moon's moment, synchronicity. So something here is happening right on time, but you're refusing the call. It's almost like you're robbing yourself of a dream. Tell me more about this here for the Virgo collective. Remember, it's a collective general reading. It's not going to resonate for all of you. But tell me more about this Dream Thief, Refusal of the Call, New moon in Virgo, Trust all will be well, and the moon's moment, synchronicity. For Virgo, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus, what do they need to know about this for the full moon in Capricorn? I was going to say one more shuffle, please and thank you. So I'm going to take the cards how they came out. Refusal of the call. Wow, Archangel Michael's like calling you out here. Trust all will be well, Knight of Wands. So there's something here. It's okay. You can move forward on this. Okay, bottom of the deck, we've got the 6 of Wands. So the moon synchronicity, we have the Fool. It's okay. You can move into the new beginning. Temperance is further clarified by the Hangman. The Knight of Wands, clarified by the Queen of Wands. You can move forward. The Fool, clarified by the 5 of Swords. Okay, don't fight this. That's kind of the message I get here. Like, don't fight the new beginning. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands, Page of Pentacles. That leaves the Page of Swords, Page of Wands. Look at all this page energy. And the 7 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So you're ready for the new. 3 of the 4 pages here are on the table. You're ready for the new. You're fighting the new. There's a refusal here. Archangel Michael is calling you out, my love. There's something here you need to see from a different perspective. This card number 13. You think you're not ready for something. You're ready. Oh my God, so weird. I have my monitor open. It's just like the black screen of the desktop with some icons there. This huge, I wish I could turn the camera around. I can't. But this huge thing came up and it said, you've got an update for you. Windows is continuously improving and updates are a normal part of keeping it running smoothly. We'll restart and install this update at 11:45 p.m. or you can restart now if you're ready. And it says restart now or another time. Oh my God, that is so on point with your message here. So you're refusing the call. There's an update. There's a life update, a life upgrade for you. I can't believe the spirituals I'm getting on this. I'm wearing shorts and I have all goosebumps on my legs and my arms right now. So you're refusing the call. Your life has been upgraded. You have been updated. You are Virgo 2.0. It is ready to start over. You're resisting the start over. And I don't know what this is for you in love, in romance, in career, in finance. Wow. I've never had that. I literally have never had that in a reading. Tell me more. Hangman to Temperance. You're waiting too much. You're pausing too long. You're robbing yourself of the opportunity to have this dream come true. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. We've now seen all the darn pages. I think we've seen all of them now. You're ready. Tell me more about this. Hangman to Temperance. I'm hearing something. Is my cat up here? Samuel? I don't even know what's going on in my house right now. I have a noise canceling microphone, so I don't even know if you can hear that. I do live in an 1860 Victorian, but something is like pawing. I don't think it's him. I'm pretty sure he's sleeping. And he doesn't have nails anyway. I got him that way. Okay. Something is pointing at you, like from within. Look at all these signs and synchronicities I'm getting during your message. This is crazy. So there's something pointing at you, like, come on, Virgo, it's time to go. It's time to re-enter the dating world. It's time to find a new job. It's like, you're ready. You're ready. You're ready to launch the business. You're ready to write the book. You're ready. Whatever this is for you, you're ready. And you're hesitating. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. I can't believe the spirituals on this one. Queen of Swords. That's the truth. Queen of Swords. The Hermit. This is you. You know this. Six of Swords. Time to move forward. Time to move forward towards the new relationship, the new friendship, the new job, the new creative endeavor. You're ready. You're ready. I don't know what this is for you. It's a collective general reading, but you're ready. Trust all will be well. Queen of Wands to the Knight of Wands. Take the inspired action. You're ready. You've got victory here waiting for you. One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Another page. Page of Swords. 10 of Wands. 7 of Wands. You're ready. You've learned. Oh, look at that. Magician, bottom of the deck. You've learned everything you've had to learn for this next chapter of your life. Like, you've gleaned everything you had to glean from the past jobs, the past relationships, whatever this is for you. I feel like you're resisting the new. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking to a Virgo where you've always wanted to write a book and you keep putting it on the back burner. This is Archangel Michael saying, get that pen and paper out, or the tablet or the laptop or the computer. Start typing away, start writing away. You've learned everything you had to learn about burdens, about standing your ground. Like, you've learned about boundaries. You're ready for love. You're ready for the hard stuff that may come your way in the new beginning. You're more prepared than you realize. 5 of Swords to the Fool. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the 8 of Cups. Time to move towards the 9 of Cups, whatever that is. Okay, so now, if your reading wasn't weird to begin with, I was shuffling and I felt like someone knocked the deck out of my hand. I don't know what's happening in my house. I'm going to siege. I don't know what's happening in my house right now. I mean, I've had this. I just filled this with butane and now it's not working. It like doesn't want me to light the sage. Okay, I'm powering through your reading here. You're ready for the new beginning. Don't resist the new beginning. Don't resist it. Yeah, no matter what weird stuff happens, what pops up on the screen, what noises you hear, little things that are happening, don't let it deter you. So tell me more about the 5 of Swords here to the Fool card. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. This is wild. 3 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You're ready. If it's love, you're ready. If it's investing in a creative endeavor or your own business, you're ready. Finding a new job, you're ready. Learning the new skill, expanding the skill, you're ready. Making new friends, you're ready. You're in your power here. Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit. We saw the Magician card before. Like, you're ready. You can do this. You've learned enough about self-love. You are wiser than you were in the past. You're not going to make the same mistakes again. You might make some other mistakes. We all do. We all will. But you are wiser and smarter when it comes to protecting yourself, protecting your space. Give yourself some credit. That's what I just heard. Give yourself some credit. You've got this. I'm going to get you 3 cards of advice because this was the wildest reading that I've done up here in a long time, like 7 or 8 months. So 3 cards of advice here for Virgo, even though, I mean, your advice here is you're ready. The moon's moment, you are right on time. 3 cards of advice here for Virgo. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Magician, you're ready. I just got a huge burst of cold air also just came over me. I need sage. 5 of Cups, the Magician, 5 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. I love this. You can move forward. Whatever spilled in the past, and cups that spilled, like partnerships, friendships, romantic connections, business partnerships, you have 3 cups still standing. So this is the reverse than what we see in some other tarot decks. Most tarot decks show 3 cups spilled, and it's like, hey, you've got 2 behind you. You've got 3. So you have more than enough soulmates. You have more than enough opportunities. You have more than enough options before you than you may realize. And you can manifest those cups, those 3 cups, to become anything you want them to be. You are well skilled. You are well trained. You can proceed forward. That's what I just heard. You can proceed forward. That is your full moon in Capricorn reading. I love this message for you, even though some weird stuff happened during it. Don't refuse to call, whatever this is for you. The business, the project, the skill, love, meeting new people, having new experiences, whatever it is for you, you're more than ready, Virgo. You've gone through hell. It's time for you to enter the next chapter. I love this. That's what I have for you. Don't resist it, my darling. That is your full moon in Capricorn message. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Hopefully we will have a less eventful, less eventful reading for you than we did for Virgo. I do want to sage after that reading. All right, I'm going to be right back. Hi, Libra. Sorry about that. That was a wild reading. Anyway, let's see what your full moon in Capricorn message is, my love. You have deep diver, diving into a task, card number 10. So something is ended or has completed or should be completing here in your life. There's a need here for you to do a deep dive. This could be a very emotional time for many of you. You then have new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. That's interesting. We actually have a full moon in Aquarius next month. So new moon in Aquarius, be open to change, right? Because something is ending. And then your advice card here is Moon Madness, avoid drama. I can't tell you how much I love this for you. Okay. So something is coming to an end. It could be a very dramatic end. There's a need here for you to avoid the drama, not avoid the ending, avoid the drama. Be open to change. Maybe there's a different way that you can navigate this ending in a less like dramatic way. Tell me more about this here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about deep diver, diving into a task, new moon in Aquarius, open up to change, and Moon Madness, avoid drama? What do they need to know about this? One more shuffle now, please, Anne. Thank you. Deep diver. Ooh, the High Priestess. Talk about really going within, right? Open up to change, the moon. Open up to change in this full moon in Capricorn. And then you have avoid drama, Knight of Cups. The High Priestess. Oh, 2 cards came out for her, so I'm going to take them. Queen of Swords and 3 of Wands. The moon, clarified by the sun. Oh, how I love that. Going from dark to light, right? Going from night to day. And the Knight of Cups, clarified by the 4 of Wands. Oh my God, I can't tell you how much I love this for you. Bottom on deck, 2 of Wands. You're at a wide point, crossroads, I get it. 7 of Cups, very confused. You don't know what the next step is. 6 of Cups in regards to this soulmate, soul bond connection. Okay, so deep dive, diving into a task. High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is your advice here. I think you need to go within when it comes to the next chapter of your life. There's something here about using your intuition, but also staying logical. Queen of Swords is seeing things very black and white. No clouded 7 of Cup kind of energy. Seeing things very clearly so you can create a plan to move forward. 3 of Wands. Got to go deep on this one. So this is not a surface level change for some of you, right? This isn't like, I'm a blonde and I'm thinking of becoming a brunette. You know, I normally wear muted colors and now I'm thinking of wearing more vibrant clothing. It's not, I don't want to say superficial because those are important changes, right? Changing our hair and changing the way we show up in the world physically. But this is a pretty monumental change, right? It's a little bit more than coloring your hair. I think you're nodding your head. I can feel it. You're like, yeah. So there's something here about going within, deep within, and looking at the facts of this particular situation, environment, or connection, and being very logical on how you can proceed forward. Open up to change. I love this. The moon and the sun. Yeah, I feel for a lot of you, something that was in the dark came into light. Whether that's on your part, your person's part, the boss, the friend. Something that was in the dark in the moon card energy came to light in the sun card energy. There's a feeling here that you need to accept whatever was disclosed to you or however this situation unfolded for you. There's something here of really being able to accept it. Say, this is what happened, right? There's nothing I could do differently. And even if in the past there were things I could have done differently, I still can't time machine my way back there to change any of it. But I can change how I move forward. I don't have to stay stuck in this pattern, this habit, this situation, this environment, or this connection. And I certainly don't have to put my head in the sand and stay in the dark about it either. So be open to change. Be open to Aquarius, very open-minded, free-loving kind of energy. Be open to some more expansive change here. Avoid drama. 4 of Wands to the Knight of Cups. For some of you, this is in regards to long-term partnerships, somewhere you share residence, someone you share a residence with. This could even be in respect to like relocation. But when it comes to your structure and stability, whatever that 4 of Wands is for you, there's something here like only allowing love in. And that doesn't mean forgiving this person or keeping them. I don't know what this is to you. But there's something about when it comes to your structure and your stability, your house, your home, the 4 walls, you're supposed to feel safe within those 4 walls. And if anyone is entering that space, bringing anything other than love, you need to avoid them. That's the feeling that I'm getting here. I'm almost getting a feeling like you need to protect your peace at all costs. Let's clarify this further now. We're going to clarify the Three of Wands to the Queen of Swords to the High Priestess for this diving into a task. You got to go deep on this one. Again, it's not a superficial change or a surface level change. For some of you, this is a big shakeup to your structure and your stability. One more shuffle here, please and thank you. We're further clarifying this with the Page of Wands. I love this because when we dive deep into a task, we need to start at ground level, page level, to just discover what else is out there. You can't take the fool's journey and just rush head first without doing the research first. So there's a need here to do the research. Knight of Swords and the Tower. I kind of called the Tower before. So it's almost like the same way that this radically shook the foundation of your stability. This is the same way you need to radically create the new stability. Whether you're staying at this job, you're staying in this relationship, or you're starting over without it. You're starting over like totally anew, like on your own type of thing. However this is resonating for you, that structure needs to be rebuilt, whether you're going to do it alone or you're going to do it with someone else. So there's something here about going deep, tap into your intuition, look at things black and white, and learn. What is it that you have to learn? Page of Wands to the Knight of Swords could be the World Wide Web, going online, seeing how other people did it, getting ideas, how to start over, how to rebuild a relationship, how to start. I remember when I was when I asked for the divorce at 46 years old, before I even asked for it, because I didn't know what I was going to say to him or how I was going to say it. So I literally looked up how other people started that conversation because I had no one in the real world to go to. And I really didn't want anyone in my personal circle to know that I was even contemplating divorce. Actually, it came to a big shock to everyone, the community, my friends, my family, like literally no one knew. I told my best friend 1 year prior that I was contemplating doing it, but no one knew the day I was going to do it. So there's something here about access the information you need. Now, if you have trusted people in your life and they've gone through something similar, changing a career path, changing a job, leaving a connection, rebuilding a connection from the ground up, there's something here about there are either individuals in the real world, like your everyday life, or online that you can obtain some really solid advice from. And I feel like that will radically shift your mindset. Like, the one thing that I realized at 46 years old when I had asked for the divorce was, I can do this. Because if my friend who was on her way to becoming a single mom with 3 kids could leave her abusive partner, and my partner wasn't abusive. Tony was not abusive. So I always looked to her like, well, if she could do it, and she had 3 mouths to feed and no job at the time, if she could do it, acquire the skills online, find a job, got to secure a place where to live. If she was able to do that, me with a couple of cats, I could do it no problem. So there's something like that. Either there's a person in your everyday life that can be a point of inspiration for you, or online. So that's just what this is telling you. It's like this could really, Tower moment, shake up the game for how you move forward. It'll give you ideas. It'll also make you realize you're not alone in this. You're not the first to have to deal with this. Tell me about the Sun to the Moon. Open up to change. Again, whether you're staying, you're going, it doesn't matter. Something's got to radically be rebuilt here in your life. Tell me more about the Sun to the Moon. One more shuffle here, please. And thank you, the World. So for some of you, I mean, it's over. But I'm going to say, even with that World card, it could be the way that you did that relationship is over. Like, for example, I've known people who have been in a marriage, and I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying every Libra's in a marriage like this, okay? I've known people who've been in a marriage where one spouse stepped out, some drunk random thing at some, party, and then they come clean the next day or whatever, and they're very apologetic. Even in that case, even if it's not a long-term affair, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, even in that case, the relationship needs to come down. The way we did this relationship in the past has to be completely dismantled. I gave you the example in the last reading I did. Tornado comes by, rips the house apart. You can't go around wallpapering stuff and gluing the pieces back together again. Ground up, got to lay a whole new foundation. We need to go to therapy. You go to therapy. I go to therapy. We take time apart. I knew a couple that actually did this. She engaged in like a 4-year affair. Huge, right? They literally got a divorce. I know it's going to sound dramatic to you, but I actually think it worked. They're the only person I know that rebuilt their marriage this way and are successful. Everyone else who tried it the other various ways, marriages didn't last more than 2 or 3 years afterwards. All they did was prolong the world card, the ending. So they looked at it differently. They looked at it as she was going through a midlife crisis. Whether you want to say she wasn't, was her excuse. I don't know, not my business. I'm not judging her. She went through therapy. They went through therapy. They got a divorce. They lived separately. They also did couples counseling together. An entire year later, they basically reconvened at like their last therapy couple session. And the therapist asked them, did they want to try dating one another again? Because after a year of therapy and living apart, they had to acknowledge that they were two totally different people than they were when they were in that marriage and even back to when the marriage began. That's what it took. And they decided, yeah, I do, because they learned more about one another in that year, the year apart, the year of therapy, separate therapy, couples therapy. And they rebuilt their marriage. And I can tell you that 15 years later, they are going strong. They're the only couple I know that have been able to survive a long-term affair. Everyone else falls apart within 2 years, 3 years max, because they just wanted to come in and she's gonna let you check their phone once in a while, and you're gonna panic every time they're not home, and then they're gonna tell you to get over it, which is the worst thing you can do to someone who's been betrayed in that way. But get over it. You're making a big deal of it. I'm still here. What's your problem? No. That's not how you. And then you're just sitting there with a smile, wallpapering over cockroaches and all the cracks in the walls. No, that's not how you fix this. So I don't know what this is for you. Something catastrophic happens in some connection here, professional, platonic, or romantic. You can't go back to the relationship sight unseen, like you don't know what's going on, like nothing ever happened. It's going to crumble worse than ever. So this is telling you to be open to change. If you're going to stay in whatever this is, ground up. You separate, I separate, you get help, I get help, we get help together. And in 6 months or a year, we decide if we want to do this again. I'm telling you, it's the only way that I've seen it work. If you're just going to come in and pretend everything's fine, it's going to fall apart. So be open to change. If you want to keep this, salvage it. And now look, your partner's got to be 100% on board like you are. There's no, you're doing 100 and they're doing 50. If they don't want to do any of this, then they're really not in it for the long run now, are they? That's your answer right there. For others of you, you're like, I'm not giving this person a chance. I'm just out. Fair enough. The world card is here. So whether you're leaving or whether you're like rebuilding, from the ground up inside, whatever this is, or rebuilding on your own, you need to be open to change. This cycle is over. I hate to say that to you. It's over. Whether you're staying and rebuilding or you're leaving, my love. 8 of Cups. Yeah. And the 5 of Pentacles. There's a lot of remorse and regret here. Totally get it. Like I said, you can rebuild within, but 2 people have to show up. This is a big job. This is a big job. One person can't rebuild a skyscraper after it comes down. So this is a big job. If the 2 of you want to do this together, like I said, that's my advice, the best way to do it. Otherwise, time to rebuild on your own. And don't resist either way, really. Don't resist it. 4 of Wands to the Knight of Cups. Take a look at that, King of Cups. So whatever threatens your peace, your stability, your happiness, your structure, your stability, it's got to go. Got to avoid the drama. If we're separating, there's no need to fight. I'm pissed off at you, you're pissed off at me. I screwed up, you screwed up. It's over. Now let's figure out a way how to amicably go our separate ways. That's your advice here. And if you're going to stay in it, then we need to rebuild that 4 of Wands literally from the ground up. Tell me more about this. And again, avoiding drama. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. The Devil. There's your drama. King of Wands. And the 9 of Cups. Yeah. If it threatens your peace, if it threatens your stability, if you feel like this really can't be fixed, if this person, this friend, this family member, whoever this is, this lover, is not ready, not prepared, not willing to rebuild this from the ground up, it's time to go, because they're not getting rid of the toxicity. And if they tell you they're no longer talking to the person or bad-mouthing you to that family member and, oh, just get over it, You can do what you want, but I'm telling you from experience, that's not how you recover from something like this. You guys, gals, have gone through something huge with this soulmate soul bond. So either wrap it up and without drama, figure out how we're amicably, dividing up our resources. So you go your way and I go mine. Or how do we come together and literally tear up the freaking foundation to this place and build it from scratch? But staying in it and pretending for the sake of avoiding drama, I'm just going to pretend I didn't do this, pretend she didn't do this. You're still allowing the toxicity into your Four of Wands. So that's your message here. In that full moon in Capricorn, you got to release something. Either you're releasing the person, either you're releasing the possibility of fixing this. You got to release resentment. You got to release anger. You can't take any of that into your next chapter. As difficult as it is. And if you need therapy, get therapy to help you through this. But if you're strong, and I believe you are, you will persevere. King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. You will slowly but surely make it to that Three of Cups, happiness. Ace of Pentacles, your new beginning. You've got Archangel Michael here with you every step of the way. So do what's best for you. If the two of you want to rebuild whatever this is, ground up, it's my advice. If not, figure out how to divide things up amicably so the two of you can go off and rebuild your structure and stability elsewhere apart from one another. But there's no need. It's whatever this was, this tower moment was for you, it already was dramatic. We don't need to add to the drama. Okay? That's what I have for you, my love. I don't know what my Libra collective is going through. Something shifted about 3 months ago for the collective, and I just feel so terrible for you guys. I kind of feel like a lot of you are like where the initial Pisces collective was last year. I saw the big shift and change happen early on in like September, October, and some of them are still, processing different endings now because everyone's on different points of the timeline, but it's tough. And I feel like this is, you're part of like the first wave. I feel like the Libra collective who's doing this, maybe second wave. Yeah, now that I think about it, I do think some of you went through this already, but this is a big second wave. This is a lot, like a lot of you. So go deep. What do you have to learn in order to have this new life, start this new chapter, and avoid drama, secure your peace at all costs? Whatever it is, it's not worth it. That's what I have for you, my love. That is your full moon in Capricorn reading. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio. Let's see what your full moon in Capricorn message is. You have Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic, card number 37. It's almost like the Ace of Swords. The next card you have is first quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. So get clear on this situation, environment, or connection. And your advice card here is drawing down the moon, knowledge. So there's something here about getting clear, getting the facts, right? High vibing Virgo is all about systems. It's about getting organized. So there's something here that you need to get clear on, or you need to obtain knowledge on. And then you need to create a logical plan here on how to move forward. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio. Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic. First quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. Drawing down the moon, knowledge. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about this? Their full moon in Capricorn message. The Queen of Wands just showed herself. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Magician's Sword, Two of Cups. Assess the situation. Ace of Wands, knowledge. Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Seven of Wands. Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups. Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you've got Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. That leaves the Three of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot here at the bottom of the deck. So there's something here in regards to partnerships, whether that's professional, platonic, or romantic. There's something here about seeing this connection or these connections in your life very clearly. And not only, and it kind of was a message that I was given Leo as well. So maybe if you have high Leo placements, you want to take a look at that reading. There's something here about knowing how to establish healthy boundaries within all of your Two of Cups, all of your soulmate, soul bond connections. Again, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. And being confident in that, saying, no, and the example I was giving Leo, and I'll make it really quick. I don't want to repeat the message, and I want to get onto your other messages here, but I have different boundaries for professional colleagues, acquaintances, friends, and then my lover. I have different boundaries. He can call me at 2 o'clock in the morning if he wants. My friends can call me at 2 o'clock in the morning if they're in jail or in a hospital. I've conveyed this to them. Acquaintances can't call me after 9 p.m. I don't care if I'm up till 2 a.m. in the morning. Don't call me after 9 p.m. That's just my standard rules. Sometimes on weekends I'll go to 10. But if they call after that, I don't even answer. They can leave a voicemail. Again, if it's an emergency, I'll call back. And professional people, not after 7 p.m. That's just my rule. And if someone were to, an acquaintance, let's say, sends me a text at 1 in the morning and it wakes me up, I look at it. And if they're just wanting to shoot the shit, I'll mute the phone and go back to bed. They don't even get a response. So, and then the next day when I do contact them, I let them know that if it's not an emergency, and that means literally you're in the ER or you're in a paddy wagon and I'm your one call, unless it's one of those two things, don't call me at 1, 2 in the morning to shoot the shit. And there's a nice way to say it. And I was saying that to Leo. There's a way that you can say it with love, being high vibrational. But there's something like that here for you. Assessing these soulmate, soul bond connections in your life and establishing healthy boundaries. Now, when we establish healthy boundaries, sometimes, and the message I'm getting for you is, you feel bad. I think I've tapped into a group of you where you are extreme empaths and you feel it's your nature to be on call for someone. And that's great. That's a very loving, unconditional love. I'm there for you 24/7. But if it's a detriment to your sleep, it's a detriment to your work, it's a detriment to you nurturing yourself, then no, we can't do that anymore. That's literally, I just saw 2 hands going like this. And no, we can't do that anymore. So there's definitely something here about establish and be confident in that. Seeing connections very clearly and way ahead of time in your head, establishing solid boundaries for all of them. Assess the situation, assess these connections. And it's almost it's a tiered, kind of a tiered access, right, that they get to you. So assessing the situations, and then kind of like I do, I have different boundaries, different rules, if you will, for the different types of connections in my life. So, and that's kind of what Virgo is. It's all about high vibing Virgo is systems and plans and procedures and boundaries and putting things in place, not scrambling afterwards after the person has run you over 10 times, and totally crushed your boundaries and taken advantage of you and the whole connection becomes toxic. No, we never have to get to that point. If you got to establish boundaries at that point, it's 10 times harder, because the person now, not only do they have a track record of doing this to you, history tells them that they can, because you've allowed it for 6 months, a year, 10 years, whatever it is. So something like this ahead of time, establishing this, assessing this situation, and then communicating those boundaries when needed, when required, with love. Knight of Cups. Similar message to Leo, and I use a totally different deck for them. So there's definitely something like that. And knowledge here is power. Because I feel in that 4 of Pentacles, these healthy boundaries will help you to hold on, 4 of Pentacles, hold on to your self-respect. I think you're going to love yourself more for doing this. There's going to be a part of you inside that goes, F yes, Scorpio, you did it. And you didn't do it in a mean way, and you didn't do it to be cruel, and you're not doing it for tit for tat. You are holding on to your independence and your autonomy, even within a connection. And you're doing it in a loving way. Because if you don't, then you end up feeling like you're in the 5 of Pentacles. You're out of control. The person's taking advantage of you. You feel left out in the cold. They come and go. There's no consistency. So knowledge here is power. And I feel that's kind of what some of you need to learn in that Page of Pentacles energy. Learning how to set up these different tiered structures, these different tiered boundaries for different types of people in your life, and then communicating that lovingly to those people. And it's so interesting that this message came out. And I'm a Scorpio moon. Lately, the Scorpio readings, I'm going to be honest with you, even the ones I do, they're not hitting home for me. And that's why I always say just take what fits, leave what doesn't. Lately, for me, it's been more of my sun and my rising. And maybe that's because Uranus has left Taurus and entered Gemini. So I just think for the last maybe 2-3 weeks, not really resonating. Moon sign readings aren't resonating for me. But this one kind of is, because I just had a conversation today with my person actually about this. And we were talking about his recovery and how I'm there for him and I love him very much. But when I sit here to work, unless it's an emergency, and I'll tell him, like, I'm going to record now, I'm meditating on this, and I can't have him 15 minutes later send me a text again. If it's an emergency, I know he's in recovery, but if it's just because he's bored, because he's sitting here and he has nothing to do. So today we just talked about it, and I was like, I have like no boundaries with you, but that's because we come from a mutually respectful place for one another. So we don't really have like a lot of boundaries or rules in our relationship. But I said, this is one that, I kind of, we need to discuss. And he was like, you're absolutely right. And I've never had this with this man before in 5 years. But it's just out because he's bored, right? Because he's got nothing to do. He's in recovery. So, if he's not doing therapy or something, then he's bored. He's just staring at a ceiling. So we went through a bunch of things that he can do to keep himself busy and preoccupied, and audiobooks and stuff he could research, and different ways to like mount the TV and stuff for him, just to kind of keep him occupied, and keep him interested in stuff. So there's something like that here at play, where again, you can relay it in a loving way. I wasn't a jerk about it. I was like, hey, I'm trying to, I'm trying to record this. Stop effing texting me. But there is something about saying, like, I know that you're going through blank, and I know you need someone to talk to, but from this time to this time, I'm just not available. And I think some of you have to do that, even with friends that cross the line and are calling or contacting you at all hours of the night and disturbing your peace and disturbing your sleep. I feel like the Scorpio collective, the group of you that I've tapped into, are very deep empaths. And I think you overgive, and I think people take advantage of it. And so there's a need here in that Four of Pentacles. I'm feeling like reclaiming your power. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands here to the Two of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Because once you let someone cross your boundaries, they're going to do it over and over and over again. It becomes learned behavior. So it's like, we got to cut this out from the beginning, establishing what we will and will not tolerate in a connection. Nine of Wands. So we don't repeat that pattern, because not only is that person sabotaging me, and I'm just speaking like you, right? Sabotaging me and my connection with them. I'm now also engaging in the sabotage, because I'm playing, rope-a-dope with this person and allowing them to, have this repetitive pattern in my life as well. Yeah, Temperance. There's a nice way to bring balance here. So whether you're keeping this person or these people in your life, or it's just advice for maybe future connections that you're going to have, instead of repeating the same cycles, because it's not only, when someone crosses your boundaries, and you don't voice it, and you stay quiet, and they continue to do it, and you continue to allow it, and maybe you say something, maybe you don't, but they just keep doing it, and you allow it, you now become complicit in that Seven of Swords. They're not only betraying you, you're now betraying yourself. Do you know what I mean? So there's something here with this beautiful Archangel Michael card here of Temperance, saying, no, you can establish loving, balanced boundaries. Thank you. And you can also communicate that from a place of love. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups to the Ace of Wands here. One more shuffle here, please and thank you. We have the Knight of Pentacles, we have Judgment, and we have Two of Swords. Yeah, I get this feeling in the past. I was told to look beneath that. Queen of Cups. That's you, baby. And I'm glad I looked there. So basically the message I'm getting here is that in the past, some of you did not want to do this because you were upset that if you weren't available in that moment to talk to that person, it might be, another day or something like that until you talk to them. And it's like, well, then that's on them. Then they need to take the responsibility with you to say, okay, every Monday at this time, this is when we talk to one another. And not just some random thing. So you're, sitting around the house staring at your phone all day, or you're waiting for this person to come visit you and you're all pretty waiting on the couch, and now they're late and they can't get there. And now 4 hours go by and you just, squandered a large chunk of your day, and you didn't get anything done because you didn't want to sweat. You didn't want, you know what I mean? So I feel like in the past, some of you didn't want to do that, but it's telling you that you do need to do this moving forward. Again, whether you're keeping this person or these people in your life or not, or it's just new people that you're, connecting with in the future. There's definitely something here about making the judgment call. I almost feel like saying also, like, for those of you, thank you, where you're going to stay in the connection with this friend or family member or lover, there's a need here for you to communicate now. Don't wait for them to cross the boundary again. Kind of like what I did today. He didn't cross the boundary today. I felt the need to go, all right, I know that he's in recovery and it's been 3.5 weeks, but I kind of have to say something. And his response was, oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. I never wanted to be a hindrance to your work. I've always supported what you do. And he's right. The camera, the lighting, half of the tarot decks, like the assembly of the table. He's done a lot for me. He's bought furniture up here, so I have a comfortable space to meditate in. I mean, I love him for everything he's done, but he acknowledged it right away. He's like, you're right, and I'm just so sorry. So there's something like that here, that if you're going to keep this friend or family member or lover, there's something here about you needing to make the judgment call to tell them, kind of like, moving forward, this is when I am available. And I know it's scary in that Two of Swords because you don't know how they're going to react, but it really is what is best for you and them and the connection that you have with them. I kind of feel like you can't, just because you love this person, you can't just kind of hang around and squander all of your time waiting for them. So you have an opportunity here to do this cycle differently. Queen of Pentacles, be a little bit more grounded and a little bit more, Queen of Pentacles sometimes could be a little selfish energy. No offense to the earth signs that are watching. My best friend is an earth sign. Don't get offended. But what I mean by that is King and Queen of Pentacles, they really put themselves first. They really nurture themselves. At least high vibing ones do. And Virgo, that first quarter moon in Virgo, actually is Queen of Pentacles. So there definitely is something here about you. Yes, you love this friend. Yes, you love this family member. Yes, you love this lover. But you kind of have to learn to put your own needs first. And for some of you that you're keeping this person, there's definitely a need here to communicate the boundaries, almost like the rules of your availability, or, you know, when they can or cannot bother you and stuff like that. I feel like this knowledge, gaining this knowledge and showing up this way really changes the game. I think it takes you from Five of Pentacles, because look what happens. Let's say I'm talking to someone and your person, I don't know, they have a very chaotic schedule and they're only available little bursts here and there. And meanwhile, let's say you work from home, okay? And they're like, I'm going to be there at 10 a.m. And you shower up and you shave, whatever, and you get all pretty, you get all handsome, and now you're sitting on the couch waiting. You work from home, but you're not getting any work done because you're sitting on the couch, you're waiting for them, 10 o'clock, and now 10 o'clock turns into 10:30, turns into 11, turns into 11:30, turns into 12. You just missed out on the whole morning of getting your work done. So there's something here about, and then like when that happens, then you're sitting in the Five of Pentacles. You feel abandoned. You feel, I can't believe this person did this to me. They just ghosted me for 3 hours, or I was expecting a phone call, the visit, the text, the whatever. And there's something here saying, no, reclaim your power. And I just heard, damn it. Reclaim your power, damn it. I just got demonetized. Okay. Reclaim your power, damn it. Because again, you're complicit in that. That person's not telling you to sit on the couch for 4 hours and wait for them. You're doing that. And I know it's because you're an empath and you love them. You're like, well, if I don't see them today, I can't see them until next week. Oh, well, they need to learn that. They need to learn that. They need to maybe miss you more so they then show up on time, as opposed to you just being like this free agent waiting for them. So Four of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles. Reclaim your power. And again, you don't have to do it in an aggressive way. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. I really like this message for you. The World. Got to put an end to the way you used to show up in this connection. World, the Emperor, standing in your power, doing it from a loving place. Knight of Swords, communicating from a place of power, from a place of love, because high-vibing Emperor isn't an a-hole, you know. So whether you're an Emperor, whether you're an Empress, high-vibing, the way you used to show up in relationships, being an empath, probably made most of you end up being like a doormat in a relationship where people just felt like they could just come and go in and out of your life, make you wait, squander your time. Can't do that anymore. Virgo, structure, schedules, systems. I have a schedule. This is when I'm available. This is when I'm not available. And if that person can't respect that, then that's just not the friend for you. That's not the family member for you. That's not the lover for you. But someone, when you convey your boundary to them, or your rule, or whatever this is for you, and they come back the way he did and said, oh my God, you're right. I'm so sorry. I never meant to be a hindrance to your work. That's the person you want to keep in your life. I had a friend recently that I kind of had to have a similar conversation with, and she got all pissed off. I'm sorry, we live in different time zones. I can't be available. I know that it's 9 o'clock to you, but it's midnight where I'm at. And so I can't be available at midnight to Zoom chat with you. It's like insane. So there's something like that here. So again, she's just not the friend for me. She didn't take it as well as he did. And I was way nicer to her. I was way nicer the way I said it to her. So there's something like that here of changing the way you show up in connections, learning what those boundaries are, effectively communicating them from a place of love, and no longer being complicit in the in the sabotaging behavior of allowing someone to just kind of walk all over you. If it affects your stability, it affects your peace, it affects your money, it's a no-go. That person they're a detriment to you. And at that point, you got to establish these boundaries or communicate them. And if they continue to cross them, then cut your losses. I mean, that's, kind of the message that I had there for Leo. And I sort of feel like it's carried over into your sign as well. Maybe because Leo is the more empathic of the fire signs. And I always felt Scorpio was way more empathic than the world gives them credit for. Everyone thinks Scorpios are tough and mean and you got little stingers. And yeah, the truth is Scorpio doesn't sting all the time. You take a lot on the chin before you turn around and you whack-a-mole someone with your tail. So, yeah, I feel like if you just learn boundaries, acquire this knowledge, learn how to effectively communicate and establish them, then all will be well in your connections, or at least a lot better than they have been. That's what I have for you, my love. That is your full moon and Capricorn reading. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Scorpio, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what your full moon and Capricorn message is. You have overflow, overwhelm, and plenty. Card number 43. You then have last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. Interesting. Scorpio had a Virgo one as well. They had assessed the situation first quarter moon in Virgo. Okay, you have last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. And your advice card here is moon called, meant to be. Okay, tell me more about this here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about overflow, overwhelm, and plenty? Last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details. That is what high vibing Virgo is, right? It's all about attention, details, systems, plans. And then moon call, meant to be. Tell me more about this here for Sagittarius. What do they need to know about this? One more shuffle here, please. And thank you. First card out, my darling. Knight of Pentacles. So you have an overwhelming, overflowing amount of abundance coming to you for the long run. Knight of Pentacles. This is like sustainable overflow. Attend to the details. Seven of Wands. Meant to be. Ace of Cups. Oh my God. Self-love and true love. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. King of Cups. Overwhelm of emotion. I feel like your time is here for love in your professional, platonic, and romantic connections. Seven of Wands to the High Priestess. Ace of Cups to the Ace of Swords. My word, you got two aces there back to back. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. We're going forward now from that ending to the Celestial Weaver card. Wow, man, do I love that. I kind of feel with the Four of Cups here, like don't miss this opportunity. You have an opportunity coming in. This is going to give you long-term sustainable results, whether it's in career and finance or love and romance. Don't miss the opportunity because you're still stuck on that 10 of Swords of the past. What that job did to you, that friend did to you, that lover did to you. New is on the table. This is meant to be. Jupiterian energy, Wheel of Fortune. That meant to be card is your advice. Four Cups, yes, to the Hermit, to the Page of Wands. This is new. You're ready. You've gone through, I almost want to say you've gone through hell. And you're ready for the new, whether this is a new job, the new living situation, the new friend group, or new lover. It's coming in. Tell me more about this. King of Cups to the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Death. It's a rebirth. Rebirth for you in career and finance. Rebirth for you in love and romance. And in your platonic connections. Claim it how you want. One more shuffle here, please. And thank you. King of Cups. And what falls out? Queen of Cups. So for some of you, you have an incredibly strong soulmate, soul bond connection coming in. Hierophant could lead to marriage. Now, if you're not interested in love, or you're already with a soulmate or your divine counterpart, then this would just be an incredible job opportunity coming your way. And the Four of Cups, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss engaging with this person, connecting with this person, acquiring more knowledge on this job, or, about this position that's about to be made available to you. Make sure that mic is still on, okay? Yeah, don't miss it. Tell me about the High Priestess energy here to the Seven of Wands. Tell me more about this here. I feel like you're ready for whatever this is. You're ready, Saggy. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Ace of Wands. 3 of the 4 aces. This is a 78 card deck. It's such a simple spread here. Ace of Wands, you've got this passion, new creative beginning. Two of Swords, the Star. This is wish fulfillment. Now, it might not be, maybe you really wanted a job with ABC Corporation. It's not ABC Corporation. It's XYZ Corporation. It's even better. It's your wish fulfillment or better. Or better. And for those of you where it's coming in, but it's not the exact company or the exact person, I feel like some of you are going to pass this up because that Two of Swords tells me you're going to be at a crossroads, and the Four of Cups, you're going to be like, no, I'm going to wait for ABC company to hire me. Or no, I'm going to wait for that person to come back to me. You're going to miss a chance here at getting into this industry or this career path or this really solid soulmate energy here, connection. Again, it might not come in the form you thought it would, but it's here. It's something that you'll have passion for. You will be excited about. It's honest. It's authentic. It's loving. Attend to the details. So when you created this at some point, I'm sure you did. Most of us do. Whether you wrote it down or you create a vision board or it's just in, rattling around in your head. You created a checklist at some point. If not, I would do it now. My ideal job has these, benefits or whatever. My ideal friend or my ideal lover has these characteristics. And then at the same time, you're like, but I really wish I could get the job at ABC Corporation, or I really wish I could get this person as my person. The job comes in. It's going to check off all your boxes and even more, even if it's not the job that you originally wanted. This person coming in, if this is a romantic partner, they check off all the boxes and even more, even if it's not the original person that you wanted. There's a message here I have to tell you to attend to those details. This person checks off every box. They're as good looking, if not more. They're as stable, if not more. They are as authentic, if not more. Like, they are as loving, if not more, than that original person was for you. And that's what you need to focus on. Not that this isn't the exact job or the exact company or the exact friend or the exact lover. No, attend to the details. Does it check off all your boxes and more? It does? Bingo. It's for you. It was meant to be. Don't four-cup it and pass up on this opportunity. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. Oh my God. The Two of Cups and the Magician. I'm telling you, this is everything you've ever manifested. It may not be in the exact form that you wanted it to, but it's better. Seven of Swords. Do not sabotage this opportunity. It's like a gift. It's a gift. Whatever it was that you needed here, that you've been manifesting, it's coming in, overflowing, overwhelming abundance and happiness. More than what you thought that other job or that other person could give you. Don't miss it. Ace of Swords to the Ace of Cups. If we get the fourth ace on the table, I don't know. I don't know. I might have to pause the video and have a glass of wine. Clarify that Ace of Swords to the Ace of Cups here. This was meant to be, my love. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Ace of Swords to the Ace of Cups. Eight of Swords. Don't get too caught up in your head about this. Temperance, I love this. Archangel Michael is bringing this in for you. Judgment, yes. Oh my God, I can't. This is, look, I'm looking at judgment to justice. This is like karmic justice for whatever it has been that you've gone through. You've got the Ten of Cups and you got the Knight of Wands. This is coming in hella fast. Six of Pentacles. This is like a gift from the gods for you. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. This is everything that you've wanted. This is the job, again, might not be the exact job, exact company. It's better. Might not be the same person that you wanted. It's better. Don't get too caught up in your head about that and that Eight of Swords energy. This, my darling, was meant to be. Your manifestation, your wish fulfillment is here. Again, might not be exactly how you thought it was coming in, but it's here. You manifested this. You called it in, and it's arriving. So you have a full moon in Capricorn on the 10th. You got the new moon in Leo on the 24th. If this does not show up, whatever this is by Leo, call it in that new moon energy on the 24th, okay? And if you got to let go of expectations, do that. Maybe that's what you need to release in the full moon in Capricorn, is the expectation that this is going to be exactly the person, place, thing that you wanted it to be, and just kind of give it to God. I'm going to release the expectation, and then in that new moon in Leo, call in this, because this is This is gorgeous, and this is karmic justice. So I love this. Best message out of all of them so far. Really, very, very uplifting. That is what I have for you, Saggy. That is your full moon in Capricorn reading. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your full moon in your sign, Capricorn message. You have Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. Card number 12. It's a need here for you to protect your future. Full moon in Aquarius, be real. Well, we have a full moon in Aquarius next month. And then your advice card here is the moon's wisdom. Take the lead. Take the lead when it comes to protecting your future. And I feel like there's something that you need to do here between the full moon in Capricorn and the full moon in Aquarius. You need to be real. You need to get real about whatever this is. And you need to take the lead to protect this. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. You got to be real with yourself when it comes to this situation, environment, connection, financial matter. It's time to take the lead and do something about this. Tell me more about this here for Cappy. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Okay, 9 of Wands, protecting the future. Be real. The Tower. Take the lead. 4 of Wands. So this involves your structure, your stability, house, home, partnerships. 9 of Wands, clarified by 6 of Cups. The Tower, further clarified by King of Pentacles. 4 of Wands, further clarified by 3 of Pentacles. I should have called it when I saw protecting the future because it's card number 12 and 1 plus 2 is 3. And I thought you might have to do some work on this. So bottom of the deck, King of Swords. The Lovers. King of Swords actually is Aquarian energy. Maybe some of you are dealing with an Aquarius. King of Swords, the Lovers, and the Knight of Pentacles. Long-term stability here is at play. I don't know if it's professionally, financially, platonically, romantically. It's a general collective reading. But at the heart of it is either something, a dream you've always had, or a connection that's been in your life a long time. It might not, this dream maybe hasn't materialized the way you thought it would. But there's a need here for you to protect it and to bring it to life, to put some pentacle energy, taking the lead to bring this dream to life. So what do I mean by that? I could be speaking to a Capricorn where your entire life you wanted to be, I don't know, a sous chef. I know I use that example a lot, but you wanted to be a sous chef. It doesn't matter if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. Find a way to make that dream come to life. I just did a beautiful reading, actually. Was she a Capricorn? I can't remember. There's a person in her life, and in the reading it came up that this person maybe like they had a dream and they never got to fulfill it, and so they're feeling a bit down about that. This is kind of the same vibe that this is giving me, but I feel like it's more directed at you, not someone else in your life. So whatever that 6 of Cups card here is for you, if it's a connection in your life, regardless of the length of time, but it's like a connection you want to protect, you want to nurture, or if it's just a dream that you've had from a long time ago, there's something here about not giving up on it, like not giving up on this connection or not giving up on the dream. So claim that how you want. We're going to clarify now with tarot, but you need to protect whatever this is, whether it's protecting this relationship, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic, or like I said, protecting a dream that maybe you've had since like childhood. And seeing the Queen of Pentacles card, like I say she, you know, there's a woman on the card, but you could be a masculine, is like protecting the baby. There's something here about protecting, oh, there you are, Cappy. There's something here about you protecting this relationship or this dream or this goal like it was a little baby, like nurturing it, not giving up on it, even though it might be a little difficult. Okay, tell me more about this here for Cappy. 6 of Cups to the 9 of Wands. Yeah, don't give up on the dream. Look, I could be speaking to a Capricorn where you had a love relationship fall apart on you and you've been very resistant to re-enter the dating pool. But, you know, at the heart of it, you really would like to be with another soulmate. This is just telling you, like, don't give up on that dream. When you feel ready to take the leap of faith and connect with new people, you will find your soulmate. Once you take the lead and you put in some pentacle energy, you find your happily ever after. So again, interpret this how you want, whether it's a connection in your life already or a connection you want in your life, or like I said, it's just a dream you've had for a long time. If you can see it in your future, if you can look 5, 10, 20, 30 years down the line and say, I want that to be part of my life story, or I want that person to create that life story with me, protect it. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. 6 of Cups to the 9 of Wands. Why is the 6 of Cups to the 9 of Wands here? One more shuffle here, please, Anne. Thank you. Yeah. 8 of Cups, Temperance, and Justice. There's something here about walking away. Oh, 5 of Swords, bottom of the deck. Walking away from how we did relationships in the past, or walking away from abandoning our dreams in the past. Being more balanced, being more tempered, being more just, not throwing our hands up. So I could be speaking to a Capricorn where maybe in the past you were in a connection and there was a bump, there was a hiccup, there was a disagreement, and you were quick to go, you know what, F this, I'm out. Even if you came back 5 minutes later or, 5 hours later. There's something here about as you move forward and you connect, you take the lead to connect with new people, you can't repeat that pattern. Got to heal that wound within you. So walking away maybe from a pattern of the past, that's possible, right? Protect your future by no longer showing up that way, showing up differently, showing up more healed. Again, it's a choice. You don't have to do this, but it would radically change how you show up in connections and what that long-term sustainability of those connections will be. They won't just become fly-by-night, right? If you get better like conflict resolution skills type of thing. Instead of fighting, you come at the difference with love. Look at that 2 of Cups. It's a way how you can nurture that connection. So for some of you, and look, I'm not blaming you for why you react that way. Maybe it's a trigger within your wound. There's something you're like, in order to protect the future with my connections in the future, whether they're people I currently have in my life or people I hope to meet, one day, got to walk away from the pattern of showing up from an argumentative, triggered, or hurt space. It might take a lot of healing, but this is what the full moon in Capricorn message is for you. It's like this would be the opportune time for you to let go of showing up in connections that way and getting the help you need so you can show up better, not just for the other person, but for yourself. For others of you, I'm going to go back to, there's some dream here you've had since you were a kid. And you walked away from it a long time ago. You ate a cup, that 6 of Cup dream, a long time ago. And every now and then, you sit there and wonder, what if I would have taken that class? What if I would have accepted that job? What if I would have did that differently or pursued that dream? There's something here that you can still do that. I know some of you watching are going to go, I'm too old to do that, or you're not. There's some variation of that dream that you can do. Maybe, I don't know, you always wanted to be a baker. And maybe you're like, well, I don't have the funds, or I don't have the capability to be a professional baker and open up a bake shop. Okay, but can you bake for yourself and your loved ones, for your neighbors, once a week, once a month? Can you still enjoy the pleasure of baking and sharing those freshly baked goods with others? Can you still obtain the same joy and satisfaction? Okay, so you're not going to open up the bakery on Main Street, you know what I mean? And be in there at 4 a.m, kneading bread and all of that stuff. But you can still do some variation of it. You can still bring justice to that dream in a very balanced way that, yeah, does kind of protect your future. Because your future, and I was just talking to him about this recently. We were looking at old photos of places we've gone. And, now since he's in recovery, we're not doing those things. It'll be probably October, November until we can get back to doing those things. But anyway, we were talking about it and he was saying, well, we got to start like creating like a bucket list of things that we missed out on doing now while he's in recovery since the surgery. And so we are protecting our future by planning our future. So there's something like that here also. Maybe things that you've always wanted to do on your own or with your person, you haven't been able to for one reason or another. And even if you're solo, you're single, that's okay. Create that bucket list and then start to protect your future by planning for your future. And then as you move forward, go through that list, execute them, go to that beach, right? Take that plane ride. I don't know, whatever this is for you. Go to Vegas, go see Rome, save up your money and do that. You don't have to do it all tomorrow. But a nice way of protecting your future is planning for your future. It gives you something to look forward to. It gives you dreams, goals, and aspirations. And there's something here about protecting a connection in your life. For some of you, you have a connection in your life that you're like this close to walking away from. And it's just saying, some of you need to protect your future by walking away from this person. Point made, got it. But for others of you, there's a way to protect your future and keep this person in your life, but in a more balanced way. Whether that's like putting up boundaries with this person, kind of setting up rules. So I'm getting a lot of downloads and spirituals for the Capricorn collective. So I'm sorry the messages are all over the place, but it is the full moon in your sign. So I'm just getting hit with a lot of stuff. So I'm going to wrap it up and get to the next thing because I still got to clarify those messages as well. But protect your future. Dream or goal you want to do, plan it out, and move forward. Create a bucket list. Protect your future by planning your future. Give yourself something to save up and look forward to, even if it means doing it alone. For others of you, you need to protect your future by protecting your peace and walking away from an individual that threatens your future or threatens the peace of your future. For others of you, you have a connection in your life. You're like this close to walking away from it. And there's just a message here of like, well, you can radically change this relationship and keep this person in your life. You can take the lead by creating healthy boundaries with this person, kind of like setting up rules with them. And for others of you, you've got a dream. You've got a dream deep in your heart you've always wanted to do. You haven't been able to do it. Now you think you're too old to do it. There's something here of you can do it. And maybe you just have to do it differently. Like I said, you bake for yourself and neighbors. And, you know, there was a point in my life where I really did want to be a baker. I thought we moved to this town in 2012 and we bought this beautiful, well, not beautiful. We bought this big barn that at one point was beautiful. And the goal was to create a bakery. Establish a bakery. The town does not have a bakery. It hasn't had a bakery in decades and decades. And we thought, okay, this is what we're going to do. And it just kind of fell away. And then we got the divorce and I was never able to pursue that dream. But now in the last 5 years, it's very different. In the wintertime, because summer, I kind of get bogged down with other stuff and a lot of responsibilities. But in the winter, my neighbors around here get so, I'm not going to say it's like the best baked goods ever, but for me, it fulfills a dream of mine. Because again, I was never able to establish that bakery, but anytime it snows, they wake up to fresh baked muffins or banana bread or sourdough bread, focaccia on a Sunday. So they're always getting something, typically on Sundays. So maybe I'll bake Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then go out and deliver them. So there's something like that. There's a dream, something deep within you want to do. You haven't been able to do it because life just got in the way. And maybe you can't do it full throttle or as big as you thought you would, but there's a small way that you can do that. Full moon Aquarius, be real. So I feel like this time now, between the full moon in Capricorn and the full moon in Aquarius, which will be next month, this is that like 30-day, 31-day window for you to do this. Establish healthy boundaries with this person. Protect this relationship for those of you where you need to protect this relationship. For others of you, that dream, create that list, start moving forward on it. So however those initial messages resonated for you, there's something here in the next month you should spend or allocate some time to addressing that. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles to the Tower here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Hangman, the Chariot, Four of Swords. I love this. So again, if you got to heal a pattern within you, how you communicate to people, showing up in a different way, this is the 30-day, 31-day window to do it. Create that bucket list. This is the window to do it. Cut that person out of your life if they, threaten your future. This is the 31-day period to do it. Keep the person in your life, but establish some healthy boundaries. This is the 31-day window to do it. You've got that dream. Figure out a way to make it come to life, even if it's a little bit different of a variation than what you originally thought it would. Take the 31-day window here. I feel like take the lead, plan accordingly. Three of Pentacles to the Four of Wands. Three of Pentacles to the Four of Wands. Yeah, and if you're a single Capricorn and you want to get out there and meet people, this is your 30 to 31-day window to do that. But you got to put some pentacle energy. Dating sites, getting out there in the world, and the World card comes out. So, all right, we've got World, we've got Page of Swords, and we got the Empress. I love this. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands. Let's get to it. Let's start this week. We've thought about it long enough. We've sat on it long enough. That dream that we kind of threw in the past, got to do it differently, got to address it in some way, obtain some information. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, how to do it. You want to get out there and find love, this is your 30 to 31-day window to do it. You want to heal, a pattern, a toxic pattern, and how you show up in a relationship, or heal some triggers or wounds within you. This is the day for you. This is literally the day, right? Starting on July 10th until that full moon in Aquarius next month. This is a moment to begin to nurture yourself, to basically build a new Capricorn, like a Capricorn 2.0. It starts now. Cutting people out of your life, tending to dreams, creating goals, meeting new people. It literally all begins now. That's what I have for you. Sorry if those messages seemed a little confusing. I kind of felt like I was being bombarded by all sides for you. So that's what I have for you, Cappy. That is your full moon in Capricorn reading. Be real when it comes to these dreams, these goals, these aspirations, protecting your future. Waste no more time. And yeah, take the lead, move forward, be bold. You've got this, my love. Nurture yourself, your dream, and your future. That's what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. Let's take a look now at your full moon in Capricorn message. Will of the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. Card number 62. So ominous. New moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. And your advice card, the falling moon, releasing blocks. Alrighty. Tell me more about this for Aquarius. This is card number 62. That's an 8. I'm thinking of like 888. It's a number of abundance. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords. You're in a new direction. You're on a new path now. Or you're about to be. And there's a treasure here that you weren't expecting. Moving in the new direction. Let's see what this is all about. Tell me more about this here. For Aquarius, what do they need to know about this? Will of the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. New moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. The falling moon, release blocks. Tell me more about this for Aquarius. What is their full moon in Capricorn message? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Will-o'-the-wisp, the Magician. Whoa, so ominous. New moon in Sag, focus on the positive. Ace of Cups. I don't know what my Aquarius collective here is doing. The falling moon, releasing blocks. Queen of Pentacles. The Magician, further clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, further clarified by King of Wands. Talk about positive. That's Sagittarius energy. And the Queen of Pentacles, further clarified by the Six of Swords. Well, I don't even know why I'm going to do your reading because I feel like some of you have already done this, but let's keep going. 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 2 of the 4 aces are on the table, and the Strength card. 3 of Cups, the Hierophant, Temperance, Tower. Talk about a boom moment for the Aquarius collective. I feel like this message is basically, and look, everyone's on a different point of the timeline. The entire Aquarius collective is going to shift. And depending on what house it affects, for some of you, it'll be career and finance. For others of you, love and romance. Some of you are going to just want to pick up and move halfway across the world. The next couple of years are going to be pretty crazy for the Aquarius collective. Most of you will make this life-changing shift within the next year or two. It's funny, I had emailed a friend of mine who's an Aquarius earlier today. He made a big announcement, big life shift. And I was like, oh my God, you're like ahead of the collective. So I was really proud of him. So some of you are already doing this, kind of like he is. Others of you, this is going to start now and kind of play out over the course of the next probably 9 to 12 months. But right now, Will-o'-the-Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. You have the ability here to manifest whatever it is that you want. That new job, that career path, the living situation you want, the romantic partner you want. I kind of feel Knight of Pentacles to the Magician. As long as this is long-term, healthy stability, does that make sense? You're able to manifest it. Like manifesting a long-term job or manifesting financial abundance. You have the ability here to manifest stability, manifest structure. Whether that's emotional stability, financial stability. Tell me more about this. Knight of Pentacles to the Magician. It's kind of like, it's like you went to bed one day and you were a regular Joe or Joanne, and you woke up the next day and you were like a master alchemist. Now you're moving forward on plans and projects and goals that maybe for a long time you felt stuck, stagnant, nothing's going to move. I feel like you decided to release some blocks, grab the bull by the horns, so to speak, and I think you've been manifesting. And in manifestation, you know, I always say healthy manifestation isn't just hoping and praying to the gods and the new moon and the full moon and lighting sage and look, all of that stuff is great. I'm not going to say it's a crock a bowl because I do those things also. In fact, my sage bowl is right there. But you also have to actively participate in the manifestation. You know, the Magician card in tarot isn't just someone who's hoping and praying for what they want. This is the only individual in a whole, you know, entire 78 card deck that actually has all 4 aces: Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. So you utilized, and for those of you that you've done it already, bravo, you've done this. But for others of you, you haven't. In your messages, you can do this. There's a hidden treasure within you that you're probably not even aware that you have. So if you're not good at manifesting, I would start brushing up on your manifestation skills, because I feel like within the next year, you're going to be able to manifest the job you want, the life you want, the living situation you want, even the romantic partner you want. There's a hidden treasure within you. And I feel like as long as it's going to add to abundant stability in your life, you're going to be able to call it in. Like, you're not going to be able to manifest petty stuff, inconsequential stuff, surface level stuff. No, this is for those of you where you want to manifest the job, the career path, long-term success, a life partner. I feel that's what you have the ability here. It's like rapid fire here. You can call it in. This is ability right now within the Aquarius collective. I would harness this. We have a full moon in your sign next month. I would start using the next 30 to 31 days to learn how to manifest, meditate. I would call this stuff in. I feel like this is your window. I really do. To set your life up. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. In whatever direction you want to go in. Ace of Swords, and that is the truth. There are only 4 aces in tarot. 2 of them are already on the table. This is your 3rd one. But when I'm saying something in a reading and then an ace pops up, I feel that, for me anyway, that's like the divine saying, you got it right, Jen. That's the message we wanted them to hear it. So this is the message they wanted you to hear. With this 30, 31 day window, you're going to be able to call in whatever you want, as long as you co-create with the divine. Again, you can't just hope and pray. You actively have to go out there and get that job. You actively have to put yourself out there to find a life partner. And you do. And it comes in. Tower. I was going to say it comes in when you don't, like when you least expect it. Yeah, it comes in like a tower. 4 of Wands. There's that new portal. God damn, I don't know what's happening here to my Aquarius collective. So some of you, you've done this already. You've called in the new. You put in the effort. Like my friend, you're on the forefront of it. For others of you, you're lagging. I'm not going to say you're lagging. You're just going to be in the 2nd wave, 3rd wave, 4th wave, 4th wave. I've seen this with the Piscean collective with the life change. I saw it with the Gemini collective. Scorpio is kind of going through it. Leo and Libra are going through massive ones right now. Taurus will be next probably. But this is huge. So this is your 30, 31 day window to co-create with the divine. Put in that real pentacle energy to create the life that you want. You literally have like a portal window here opening for you. And I don't think some of you realize it, but maybe now with this reading you will. I would brush up on manifestation skills. Like I said, meditation, law of attraction. I would definitely look into that and start calling in the new. King of Wands to the Ace of Cups. Focus on the positive. Whatever didn't work out in the past, didn't work out in the past. Leave it in the past, not part of your future. Focus on the future. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. King of Cups to the Ace of Cups. 6 of Cups. High Priestess. Beautiful energy. 10 of Wands. I was saying leave the past in the past. Whatever didn't work out in the past, the job, the friendship, don't harbor any animosity. You're on a new path here, or you will be very soon. Again, everyone's on a different point in the timeline. That's a shit ton of baggage to carry with you. Not needed. Like the last job sucked, you're in a new job. No need to show up at the new job on day 1 and be like, oh my God, you guys have a conference room, or I love your break room. My last job had cockroaches in the break room. Nah. Nah, no need to bring it up. No need, leave the past back there. Focus on the positive. Focus on the new job. You're in a new relationship. Things are great. No need to compare the new lover to the past lover. I actually dated someone once that did that, and I was like, just stop. Like literally mid-dinner, I threw somebody on the table, and I was like, good luck finding your person. I'm not it. It's the first date. I'm sitting there. You're comparing my hair to her hair and no, stop. So for those of you who are entering a new relationship, don't bring up your past person for the purposes of comparing, or they did this to me and they did that to me. If you're still harboring pain, resentment, trauma, look, I'm not telling you to just forget about it. Whatever the situation, environment, connection was, it obviously brought you down pretty low. It created some trauma within you. You know, it knocked you down. And for some of you, it even kicked you in the teeth. I'm not trying to make light of what you've gone through. But then there's outlets that you can, journal, you can get therapy, you can get counseling to heal that trauma. For others of you, they're just like, memories that you have. And this message is just saying, as you move towards the positive, or as you move towards the new job, the new relationship, focus on the positive, focus on the new. Don't bring that stuff from the past with you. And if you are dealing with any trauma, just get the appropriate assistance that you need to help you heal that. Release the blocks. Six of Swords to the Queen of Pentacles. My. Aquarius collective is just moving on from turmoil, from stress, from strife, from grief. And that's what I'm saying. Like, look at this person in the Six of Swords boat. Not carrying much. Just herself. Don't need to take all of this on the journey. No need for it. Release the blocks. That's just going to weigh you down and sink your boat. No need. Tell me more about this here for Aquarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Swords. Do not sabotage your future by bringing your past into it. That boat is going to sink. That job is going to sink if all you do while you're there 9 to 5 is talk about every horrible thing the past job did to you, or the, you know what I mean, making those comparisons. The boat's going to get heavy. The boat's going to sink. Same thing if it's a relationship or it's a first time date. Like for me, like I literally just got up and was like, I'm out. I'm out. Here's a couple bucks for my dinner. I'm out. So this is so strong of a message. Release the blocks, leave the past in the past. You have a beautiful new beginning, or you're on the precipice of experiencing one. Don't drag the past in with you. King of Cups, stay emotionally balanced, emotionally cool. Empress energy while you rebirth this new chapter of your life. I love this for you. Queen of Cups to the King of Cups. I mean, for some of you, you're like meeting your soulmate or divine counterpart here. For others of you, this is a job you're really going to love, or a living environment you're really going to love. Like I said, no need to bring the past with you. It's just going to sink the boat. Leave it there. You're on the precipice of a new beginning. Enjoy it. Stay positive, and remember to continue manifesting whatever it is here that you are desiring. You have a beautiful 30-31 day window between the full moon in Capricorn and the full moon in your sign to do that. I would definitely utilize the next month to do just that. That's what I have for you, my love. That is your full moon in Capricorn message. If you like that message and it resonated with you and you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Aquarius, I am sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let's take a look at your full moon in Capricorn message. You have Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Card number 14. Well, that reduces to 5. So something here is changing. New moon in Aries, go for it. And then you have Moon Magic, transformation. Yeah, something here is changing. I think you need to experience this change. I just saw the Two of Cups. So it could be in regards to a professional, platonic, or romantic connection in your life. Something is changing. Experience life as it comes. Don't resist it. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, connect. Get out there into the world and connect. Make some new platonic connections. Connect with the friends already in your life. You're ready for love? Go out there and meet the person. Transform your life in some way by either bridging or strengthening the current connections in your life. Thank you. Or finding new ones. Tell me more about this here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle. Thank you. Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Seven of Swords. Go for it. Seven of Wands, transformation, King of Wands. Look at that. Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, Five of Swords, King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Some of you are resisting this change or transformation. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Swords, Page of Wands. Look at that. Ace of Cups, Chariot, Three of Pentacles. You got some nice stuff here trying to come in. I feel like you're sabotaging it. I got to be honest with you. You're either sabotaging a current connection in your life, professional, platonic, or romantic, or you're sabotaging yourself from connecting with someone. There's someone trying to come in here. It's time. It's time for you to meet this person, this business associate, this friend, this romantic partner. This is new. I'm feeling very new energy here. So for those of you in a romantic relationship, and it's a phenomenal relationship, and I'm not telling you dump your person, you got a new lover coming in. Whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic, you have someone new here who's trying to come in. You're sabotaging it. You're like not, I feel like I tapped into a group of you where you're not venturing out. You're not, maybe you're scared. Maybe you don't want to be hurt again. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. Yeah, there's something here. There's someone here trying to come in. Someone who shares the same values as you. Someone who has the same morals or the same spiritual or religious or political beliefs. Yeah, there's someone here trying to come in. Tell me more about this here. One more. Shuffle here, please, and thank you. You got the Star card. Star, the Empress. Oh, my God. And the Nine of Wands. Page of Swords and the Magician. This is a person or a type of person that you've manifested. The friend you've always wanted, the person you could travel with, the confidant you've always wanted, the lover you've always wanted, the boss you've always wanted, the mentor you always wanted. Like, who this person is different for all of you, but this person is trying to come in. And you're very guarded. You're like, I don't want to meet new people. It's like, what's that movie from the 80s, A Christmas Story? Ralphie's in line. And he doesn't want to talk. He's like, I'm thinking. This is you. This is like, I'm like, don't bother me. I'm thinking. But this person is energetically trying to connect with you. I kind of think you have to go for it and open yourself up energetically. I know you're walled off and guarded. You don't trust a lot of people. And Two of Cups. You don't trust a lot of people because of what, someone else did to you in the past. But this person's trying to come in. This is a very healing, nurturing kind of energy here. I think you're going to learn a lot from this person. This person has a lot to teach you, to show you. It's a very loving energy here. Five of Swords to the Seven of Wands. You're resisting. I don't want to get out there. I don't want to meet people. I don't want to meet another lover, or I already met my new lover and I don't need to meet anyone else. No, there's someone else. I'm not saying someone better than the lover you have. I'm saying there's a friend or a mentor or something like this. Tell me about the Five of Swords to the Seven of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Two of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Yeah, some of you have these, and I get it. I've gone through those stages too in my life. You put up these barriers, and you get very defensive, and you don't want to connect with other people. You're afraid to. I get it. Because whoever you walked away from in the past, they really burned you. And because of that, you're just very indecisive about whether or not you want to connect with someone new. It's time for you to, new moon in Aries, that King of Wands energy, and go for it. I feel like when it comes to connecting with people, you've been in Knight of Pentacles mode, taking it slow, being very methodical, kind of looking the person up and down. You need to be a little bit more King of Wands, baby. You got to transform from, yeah, I'll connect to people one day, to, I want to connect with people right now. There's definitely something here about you moving forward and connecting with people. I want to find out a little bit more about this person for you. Tell me more about this person. It's the type of person that you have at some point manifested, like, oh, I really wish I had a friend like that, or a lover like that, or I wish I had someone who could teach me that skill, or yeah, this is that person. This is that person, but you are so guarded from the past, you're not energetically letting them in. Tell me more about the person. Tell me more about the person. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. This person might teach you how to love yourself. This person might also show you unconditional love, like shower you with it for a change. Chariot. The moment you open up the floodgate, look at that, Two of Wands. The moment you're like, let me see what other connections are out there in the world. It's like, boom, this person comes right in. Ten of Swords. Yeah, you got to get over that. Well, easier said than done. I also have Emperor to the Empress here. So soulmate, divine counterpart, a teacher, a business partner. I think you got to look beyond the pain of the past, because there's someone here really trying to come in. I feel the moment you can look beyond the pain of the past, say, okay, I've healed it. I'm not going to judge everyone in my life, new that comes in based upon the actions of the past person. I'm going to have some healthy boundaries. Very good. Learn the lesson, but don't let those walls get so high that you don't allow anyone else in. The person you left, they did a number on you. Not everyone on the planet is like that. Let this person in. This person wants to, oh my God, Emperor to the Ten of Cups. This person wants to come in. They want to add to your happiness, and whatever that means for you. Let them in. Let them in. Knight of Pentacles to the King of Wands. Huge transformation. Going from, yeah, I'll meet people one day. Yeah. To, no, I want to meet people right now. I'm going to join groups. I'm going to go volunteer. I like history. I'm going to volunteer at a history museum. And that way I will connect with like-minded people. Could be something like that. I really like helping those in need. Great. and you seem to be a religious person, fine. Your church has a food pantry, go volunteer there. You're going to, yes, help people in your community. It's something that you want to do, but you're also going to connect with like-minded people who like doing that as well. There's someone here trying to come into your life. I think this person also wants to help you experience life after some hard ending or betrayal that you've had. Tell me more about this transformation for Pisces. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Cups. Soulmate, soul bond connection. Judgment. You're ready. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, I'm just going to end the reading right there. You're ready. You're ready for this new person. You're ready for them. I'm going to throw this out there for one Pisces watching. I'm not condoning cheating. And I'm not going to condone or condemn it. It's just not my place. But some of you are in a really bad position with someone. And you've been trying to walk away and you haven't. There's someone here. I got two kings. King of Pentacles seems to be the person you want to leave. Maybe this is someone you're married to, you got financial resources with. Again, like I said, probably for one Pisces, so bear with me. You got a King of Wands here. Some of you know this person and some of you don't, at least not yet. But if you can energetically open yourself up, this person helps you move on from this person. Either this person knows someone who can help you or this person will directly help you move on from this person, like the lawyer, or they know a lawyer, or they're a landlord, and so they have a place where you can go, or they invite you to stay at their place. There's something like that here. You have a very solid soulmate, soul bond connection. It's kind of like a gift from the universe to take you in from out of the cold. I would not block this, collective. I would go for it, and I would get out there and meet people. That is what I have for you. That is your full moon and Capricorn message. I think for some of you, you need to release the fear or the hesitation of connecting with someone new or making new friends, something like that. So yeah, go for it. That's what I have for you, Pisces. That is your full moon and Capricorn message. If you like that message and it resonated with you, or you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.